All right, everybody. I am back again. Let's try this again. Wow. Because when one PC, sometimes it messes up my other PC and I go all R2D2. R2D2. Now, you're probably watching an ad right now, so you probably can't hear what I'm saying. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to catch up. I'm telling everybody to refresh. There we go. Monsterholic. Thanks so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer. Falk Wiznats. Falk Wiznats. That's a wild name. Hopefully I got that anywhere close. Thanks so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing the follow button, and becoming part of the Kismet Army. Welcome, welcome. Again, sorry, everybody. Sorry about that. We had a bit of a technical glitch. A little glitch going on with Fallout 4. Just like completely glitched out my entire machine. Let's go try it again. Try it again. If not, I think it's trying to tell me to play some 7 Days to Die. I think that's what it's trying to tell me. But I was going to go a little longer. I wanted to finish the vault-tec. I hope my vault-tec is not bugged out. I hope it's not bugged out. Let's see. Kids, I have that same issue sometimes and I play on console. It's weird because it happens when you least expect it. Yeah, I've never had that. Never had that error before. Now let's go ahead and see if our sound is working.
You to finish.
Oh. Sorry, Hancock. Just accidentally hit Hancock in the leg.
Better.
I just hit Hancock in the leg by mistake. My bad. All right. Seems to be back up and working. Again, sorry for that little bit of stream delay there, everybody. I appreciate it. We're back to it. We're back to it. All right. Okay, let's kill some peeps. Let's kill the bad guys. Now watch this little trick. Come on, here I am. Come get me. Come get me. Here I am.
Hey, I got some.
Ha 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 ha. Suckers. This guy. Merry Christmas. Got him.
Next one better.
Holy moly, look how barely the amount of damage he's taken. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. No action points. And I'm taking on a really tough mob. And that's battle tactics for you. Those guys are tough. Again, I never did at this level. It's pretty low level for this.
Bingo. I'd do the same if I was in as much trouble as you.
Boom. Get him, Hancock. He can use a Gatling laser. I can't. I gotta use melee. Where'd that guy go?
Where are you?
Where'd that guy go? Come on, punk. I'm right here. Let's go. Bring it on. Toast. Come on, bring it.
Come on out and let's finish this.
Go get him, Hancock. Go get him, buddy. He'll be back. He'll be back. Come on, punk.
Here I thought we were. We'll bury you.
Take that, sucker.
Take whatever you can. I'll keep watch.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, we gotta kill that other guy in here. Kill the other guy in here. Boom.
I tried digging my way to the entrance. With that control board, I could have changed everything. But there was simply too much rubble for the equipment to handle. But my work kept me going. Here, among these papers, is my life's work. I'd like to share it with you. Dr. Braun tasked me with something vital. A series of prototypes and their related, well, experiments that could redefine society. But, as you can see, things did not go according to plan.
Sounds fine now? Alright, everything's sounding good. I had to restart both my machines. That crash, like, messed up both my machines there. Vault-tecs are bastards. Yeah, I know. I'm tempted to do that one. Maybe in my next playthrough, I'll just be a complete jerk to everybody. All right, tough break.
Sounds like you've had a pretty tough time.
I've had many dark days down here. Even despair. But the work, always the work, sustained me. This vault was meant to be spacious, full of trained staff, trusted subordinates and scientists. Despite how things have played out, I see opportunity. Let us work together as partners.
Let's do this.
Let's do this then.
Good. Excellent. We cannot begin until I have my overseer's desk to run the experiments. The information in the desk's terminal will prove vital. I entrust you with the future of our vault. Vault 88.
Boom! All right, build the overseer's desk. Easy. Easy mode. Boom. Atrium floor, store it. Store it, store it, store it. I'm not getting rid of it, I'm just storing it. All right, now I'm going to put her over here in the corner this time. Over here in the corner. Now, I put it over there last time. That was a big mistake. I'm going to put it over here. Now, you've got a special thing right here. The overseer's desk. Ah, ha, ha. I'd love to have one of these in real life. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. All right, hold on. Let me go over here. Oh, wait, this way. Let's go and look in here and see if we have anything special. Oh, ha, ha! Yes, the vault-tec stuff right there. So let's go to Atrium. And we'll go across here to the Atrium floors that I just picked up. And let's go ahead and build a little bit of a vault here. Look at this. Look at this. You can build already out like that. There we go. We're going to build out a little bit there. And then we're going to go back. Get that overseer's desk. I'm going to put her... Oh. Right there.
Overseer's desk. And a proper vault-tec terminal. I can hardly believe it. My overseer's desk. After all this time.
There you go. There's nothing like the first time you sit at your overseer's desk. Let's do it.
I must make sure the desk terminal has everything I need.
Awesome. I don't think I've seen this quest, the smoke tag. Yeah. What happened last time? What do you mean what happened last time? Talking to me?
This.
You got my name right. I know it. I'm okay at names. I usually butcher them.
I've waited so long, but we must not dally. The work compels us. The vault was supposed to have a very specific set of residents. After all, to conduct human trials, you need the perfect test subjects.
Want to leave. Perfect subjects. Find a guinea pig.
Let's find ourselves a guinea pig.
The vault-tec handbook urges overseers to refrain from using that word, no matter how apt. Turn on the vault's radio beacon. Certainly people above ground would give anything to live in our vault. While we wait for word to spread, perhaps you might use this time to explore Vault 88. If you can clear some of the rubble, you may be able to access some of the other building sectors. Any materials or equipment that survived may prove useful in our experiments.
Exactly. And now this is the whole reason why I wanted to do this. I want to go through and I want to loot all this stuff. Look at this. Floor and supports. I can't get rid of it, but I can scrap it like that. Boom. Crates. Boom. Look how much resources are in here. Is this insane or what? So much massive resources to build your vaults. Construction light. Blah. Water tower. Don't need it. Later, bro. Like, look at this car right here. This train. 20 steel, 8 leather cloth. Boom, gone. Just like that. Railroad tracks, out of there. Train, gone. Now, again, you can go up into the train itself, by the way. You can go up into the train itself. Oop. and look for resources, but that's going to take long. Come on, get your big butt up there. There we go. And look for resources, but there's just a whole bunch of these boxes. And you don't actually do the individual boxes, which is what I thought it would be in the very beginning. But you just actually do the whole train at once. Like that. There's railroad tracks, crates. Now, if there's anything in these crates, even the mega loader, look at this. A whole bunch of stuff at the end. That's cool. Get rid of that. Now, if there's anything in these things, what it will do is it'll drop into the workbench anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all this stuff. And all the stuff on the ground, I'll get that later. I can't get rid of that picture because that's cool. Get rid of that. Overseer's chair. And scrap it. Scrap it. And again, all the stuff on the ground. Just going to pick it up. Like so. Oh, over here. Over here. Hancock's watching my back. And there we go. I don't want to get rid of that. I don't want to get rid of that. I like that. All right. Now, look. I can loot everything in there. Now, watch this. I'm going to actually scrap this file cabinet. Can't do it. I'm going to try to scrap this. That I can do. The file cabinet is the only thing I can't scrap. Which is funny. Which is funny. But I can scrap the whole thing. But I can scrap that locker. I scrap this cart here. Any containers that contain stuff will, like the suitcase, that all should drop in the workbench. Boom, there we go. Boom. Rug. Let's see. What has this got in there? That's got stuff in there. Let's actually test that. Let's test that on this. Yeah, there we go. Contents dropped into the workbench. Same thing with the whole thing here. I'm going to store that because I'm going to use that. But this whole entire thing here, I'm going to scrap it. Clamped items were stored in the workbench. So all the stuff that we just did should show up actually in the workbench. So how do I access the workbench? Well, just the way I do in every other location. I just simply go and make a little stove. Like that. See how it takes very little resource. You can do it anywhere. And then we'll go and check and see if it did. Well, it doesn't seem like it did. Didn't seem... Oh, I don't think we went and got the rest of that stuff back. Huh. Let's go ahead and reload. I'm going to go ahead and reload. Try that again. Now, we'll have to do that quest again. But I'm going to see what's in there. Oh, guys, actually, I could have saved and then come back and done it. But I want to see what was in there. Was there a bunch of apparel in there? Oh, it didn't work. Look at that. See, all that stuff did not drop into the workbench. Oh, see, if you do the whole building, we lost it. All right, well, we got to kill these mobs again. Let's do it. Let's do it. Kismet, I killed her and looted her when I met her, and she mentioned experiments. Yeah, Lord Winter, there you go. Kids, do you plan to build a mega vault or just loot everything? I'll probably build a little bit of a vault here so I can further the storyline. But the actual mega vault that I'll build will be at Spectacle Island. But for right here, let's go ahead and do this. Now, this time I'll do this a bit different. Because we know there's some tough mobs in here. I'm going to get on high here. Get my buddy.
What do you need?
Get him.
We'll bury ya.
Drop him.
Gonna bother us again.
Oops. Trying to lead him.
Head over there.
Good as done.
Take him out.
Good job, bro.
Here.
You got it.
Back me up, bro. Took care of those guys. Let's have a little fun here. We don't want to let Hancock kill them all. we go. There we go. Make sure we loot. Yeah, so that did not put that stuff into the workbench when I scrapped that. I'm glad I went back and looked. Because that would suck. Oh, foreshadowing for later. Foreshadowing! Oh, I just want to do this forever. We're going to do it for another 15 minutes and then we're going to switch.
With that control board, I could
Or maybe not.
have changed
Maybe not.
But
Here's
there
what.
is
I'm going to let
simply
you guys
too
vote
much
in the chat.
for the equipment
Here,
to
let's do a straw
my
poll.
work
Straw poll. Let's do
kept
it.
me going. Here,
Let's do it.
among these papers is my life's work. I'd like to share it with you. Dr. Braun tasked me with something vital.
Listen to her chat again while I'm setting up a straw poll.
Prototypes and their related, well, experiments that could redefine society. But, as you can see, things did not go according to plan.
Boom. All right, quick poll here, everybody. Boom. There you go. Quick poll from all of you guys watching the stream right now. What should I play for the rest of the night? Should I continue playing the vault-tec and we'll build some giant vaults and do that kind of stuff? Or should I switch over to play some 7 Days to Die? I'm going to let you have the power. You have the power right now to choose what I should continue to do in my mega stream. Let me know. Let me know in there. Let me see what you guys choose. So go ahead and click that and vote away. Vote away. Tough break. Now I'm going to just forward some of this quest line that we've already listened to. Let's do this. Blah, 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 blah. Now, I don't like to do experiments on my people, but in the long run, a little bit of that is going to go a long way. A little bit of that's going a long way. Okay. We know what we need to do, of course. We need to take all this stuff and build ourselves. Oh, we need to build ourselves. Where'd that other one go? Out a bit of the atrium floor here. Now I can store it or I can just grab it. It actually takes stuff that's on top of it as well. As you can see there. Grab that. My light on so you guys don't see me work in the dark. Ah, I knew I was going to do that. Darn it. I accidentally hit the atrium floor. Fail fish. Fail fish. Scrap. All right. Now, one of the most annoying things, of course, is these zombies or ghouls are going to be in your way. But watch this. Hold it down. Lift them up. And you can carry them. And throw them behind the wall. You never have to look at them again. Just like that. Of course, make sure to loot all this stuff back here. Now, this is an atrium wall mid, so I'm going to go ahead and store that. Anything that I think I'm going to use later, I will store. Anything I don't think I'm going to use, just piles of stuff, mega loaders, random crate and ladder, all that kind of stuff. That stuff has got to go. Gotta go. Again, I'm going to let that poll stay up there for a bit, and then I will check it. We'll go another 15 minutes here, and then I'll check that poll. Boom. So you guys get to decide. Oh, see, there was something up there that I could have looted. Yeah, it's good to know. Good to know that you should loot that out. Loot that out first, those cars, before you scrap it. Because there was actually some containers up there that didn't drop into the thing. Which is not good. Not good. Clearing all that debris. Let's go in here and look first. So there's no containers. Nope. All right, looking good. Looking good. Peeps, it's Kiz. How you doing? I'm doing awesome, Kiz. I'm going to build at least a big one here. Kismet, you do not kill him. He tripped. Kiz, you did not kill him. He tripped. Exactly. You should play what you enjoy most, Kiz. Well, I enjoy both. Totally. Whatever makes you happy, Kiz. Well, hey, I'm going to let you guys vote. So I'm going to give you guys the vote power to continue building and doing the vault-tec here or something else. Or we can do 7 days to die. Up to you guys. And let's loot that out. And again, let's make sure to look in there this time. Nope. That's just a cargo one. Again, look at all that loot, man. That is a lot. That is a lot of resources. Again, we'll look in here. Oop. Whole bunch of stuff fell there. Whole bunch of stuff fell on the ground. Does it look like it? It was just dirt. Just dirt. Again, I go through and I loot everything. I don't leave anything there. So I'm gonna loot it all. Now the funny thing is, where is the actual workbench? It's inside, I think. I forget where the actual workbench is. But I'm gonna go ahead and work on this. That out here. Oop, I forgot to scrap all this stuff. Again, we'll scrap all this. Railroad track bumper. That's cool. Push me. Come over here and push me on this. A little bit of fun. A little bit of fun. Atrium floor. Now the funny thing is see how it's got like damage to it? If you store in the workbench, like so, store all this in the workbench. Like so, you can come back and make it better. Make it better. Let's see. I think that says 523 Ethan. Thank you so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, and becoming part of the Kismet Army. As you can see, we're doing the vault-tec. The vault-tec stuff. This person cannot supply something. Missed it. All right. Now, what I did is I'm just going to store this stuff in the workbench real quick. It has all that kind of weird stuff on it. I can't store that one. I can only scrap that one. Oh, interesting. Same thing over here. I can't do anything with this entrance here. This one up here, I can store that one. So I can't do anything with the entrance. I can't grab it. I can't move it. That is set. This I'm going to scrap because I don't like stuff I can't move. I don't like stuff I can't move. So again, we're storing all that stuff. We're scrapping. War Witch raid. What? What? Oh my goodness, we're getting raided, everybody. Hold on, hold on. We got to get our raid siren on. I'm just in the zone here. We're getting raided. Oh my goodness. War Witch, one of my favorite streamers out there. Let's go ahead and jump into my overseer's office. Look out, everybody. Look out. Look at all these awesome people coming in from War Witch. Holy moly. Let's get that raid siren going. They're trying to get into Vault 45, and we don't mind. Come on in. Come on in here to Vault 45. We're playing some Fallout 4, of course. I have a tremendous amount of hours, nearly 1,800 hours here in Fallout 4. We love all the peeps over there from War Witch. Come on in. Show that love. Let's see who's coming in here to show the love. Let's see who it is. Bam! Holy moly, that's a lot of peeps. War Witch coming in. Something, something, dark side. Dark side, War Witch TV raid. Thank you, War Witch. We got Beastie Boy saying, hey, we got Raz coming in, showing that War Witch raid. We got Fantasy Tech coming in to show the love. Holy moly, Bad Resistor. We've got just so many people. We got so many people going there. Look at all these people hitting the Dragonheimer as well. I'll read you all at the same time. Thank you to War Witch, who is amazing. Let me go ahead and turn that siren off. Now, if you are unfamiliar with my stream, my name is Kismet. Sometimes people call me Overseer's Kismet. Sometimes they call me overburdened Kismet, because I'm overburdened with Kizcaps and often quite overburdened here in Fallout 4. Now, if you'd like to know a bit about me, I can very easily do this. Boom! That's right, I'm a graphic designer, I'm an artist, a gamer, and of course, proud Twitch broadcaster here. I played some 7 Days to Die, some Star Wars The Old Republic, Fallout 4, obviously playing that right now, some Skyrim, a Witcher, a whole bunch of other games, any games that strike my fancy, like Fallout Shelter, love that game as well. I'm a big fan of Warwitch over there, also subscriber as well. Never unsubscribe. I will never unsubscribe. Right here, also, I'm the leader and founder of one of the longest running gaming guilds, Kismet Ring of Destiny. That's where that long name comes from. We've been together for 15 years with over 800 members. Check them all out, having lots of fun there in WoW and, of course, in Star Wars The Old Republic. Lots of fun. Playing some Elder Scrolls Online right now. Plan to go try some Star Wars again. Now they fixed that looting. Now they fixed that looting thing again. So big thanks to everybody coming in. Half-Life, Wood Mater. Whoop Master, Naked Angel, thanks so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, becoming part of the Kismet Army. Dark Angel's using his power of the War Witch. Now, every time, I don't know if you guys, let me know in the chat. Every time you think of War Witch, I always think of him saying unlimited power. That's the first thing that pops in my head. I hear it every single time. I love his stream. He is truly amazing streamer. And of course, we give him a shout out here on the stream for sure. We got to give him that love. Give them that love right back to Warwitch. Thanks for coming in the stream, everybody. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Now, again, let's see who else is in here. We got Woot Master. We got Desperado showing that love. Fancy Tech Gamer. Naked Angel throwing that Warwitch love down there. Danny Boy's girl also. I do appreciate it. Every coming in. Blitz coming in as well. Bad Resistor blowing up the love. Again, as someone who just joined Twitch earlier today, I'm both confused and amused. There you go. That's the way you're going to be a whole lot in my stream. In my stream, you're going to be confused and amused pretty much all the time. All the time. You're like, what the heck is Kismet doing? And that's totally funny when he dies. That's totally funny when he like throws a Molotov, it hits the corner of a doorway, and then comes back and kills himself. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and jump back to the gameplay. Thanks, everybody, of course, coming in, showing that love to the stream. I do appreciate it greatly. I really do. All right, boom, let's do it. Let's get back to the gameplay. So what we're doing here is, of course, we are doing the vault-tec. Bad Resistor also dropping the Dragon Hammer. Thank you so much. Appreciate that love. Appreciate that love. Thank you for dropping the Dragon Hammer on that follow button, becoming part of the Kismet Army. Welcome. Welcome. So yeah, big love to Warwitch over there, everybody. I love watching him. Because there's something about someone who does what they like. Whoa, and there comes the host. Holy, wow. Oh, that is an insane host. Thank you so much, Warwitch. Appreciate it. Oh, my goodness. 137. Wow. I'm sure it's more because that thing's always broken. Warwitch, is it just me or is that thing always broken that when you drop 100 people on the channel, it says like 50? When you drop 200, it says 100. When you drop more, it just says a half usually or a quarter of what you really drop. But I don't know. I think that thing's totally broken. I think it's totally broken. Chewie says, unlimited power. I am not even anywhere close to as good as him. He is so good. There we go. Yes, I love to see that when people love a streamer so much that they'll take the extra time to go make somebody. See the smile right here? This is going to be on my face all night long thanks to you guys. Thanks to you guys coming in and showing that love. I feel it. I feel it. I really do. I feel that love in here. I do appreciate it. It's like coming from above. I do appreciate it big time. And again, that thing is always broken. I know. It's not even like a feature any longer. It's just like a joke every time that thing comes in. So again, thanks for coming in. If you do enjoy the stream, feel free to hit that follow button. We're doing some fun stuff here. Now, I am a mega builder. That means I build giant structures here in Fallout 4. Again, I have 1,800 hours here in Fallout 4. I've been playing since day one. Probably what I'm most known for is, of course, playing here. And, of course, I'm inside my Overseer's office, inside my Overseer's window, which is actually part of the vault-tec kit, which I'll show you right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Let's take a look at it because we just unlocked it and we could build incredibly awesome vaults. Now, I'm going to show you some of my techniques. I'm going to show you. Now, it can be a bit frustrating using this particular thing, right? When you're putting down walls and stuff like that, for some reason they don't connect, they don't do it. I will show you how to make all of that work so you will be a vault building pro. I will show you all of that stuff right now. Right now. We're going to do it right now. So you don't have to wait around. Don't have to wait around. So again, what you can do is you can build all sorts of cool stuff with the vault-tec stuff here. And what we're doing is just kind of clearing this entire area of stuff. Now, if I might use it later, like this thing right here, an atrium column, I'm going to go ahead and store that. If I don't think I'm going to use it later, like this water tower over here, right? Not really going to use that later. I'll just go ahead and scrap it. Oop, I'll just go ahead and scrap it. It's going to let me. There we go. Scrap it all out so I have lots and lots of room to build a giant vault, which is exactly what I'm going to do right here. Build a pretty good sized vault. Now, what we're going to do is clear some stuff. I'm not going to clear that yet. That's going to go to a different part here. Vault-tec reactor core. Now, can I use it? See, the check is, can I use it? Right down there at the bottom. Danny Boyus girl also dropping the Dragon Hammer. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let's say welcome to all the new peeps in there in the stream as well. Now, if I can't use it, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to go ahead and scrap it, right? I'm going to hit R for scrapping and hit E. Look at all that. Ooh, lots of goodies. Lots of goodies there. We're going to scrap that out. We've got a railroad there. We're going to take that out. And I scrap everything. There's no reason to keep all this stuff if you can't actually use it. These are just broken parts. So we're going to just go ahead and scrap all that stuff across here. Even the traffic cones. There's a sign on the ground. I'm going to scrap that. And again, I always come back and put all this stuff back later. Now, see this one right here? That's actually a container. If I scrap that, boom. If there was anything in there, it should put that into the workbench. Now, I've been noticing that sometimes that works and sometimes that doesn't work in this. So we got to kind of watch out. We got to kind of watch out for that as well. There we go. Lots of people hitting that follow button. Thank you so much. There we go. Unstable quid. Or unstable squid. Unstable squid. There we go. I do butcher people's names, and I'm really good at it. I'm really good at butchering people's names. Nameless Sky. Wow, great name. Thanks so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing the follow button, and becoming part of the Kismet Army. Welcome. So again, we're going to be building some cool vaults tonight. I do a lot of Fallout. I also play a good amount of 7 Days to Die. Incredibly great and super addicting game. Now again, I'm going to leave these closed for right now. I'm going to explore those in a bit. But for right now, we're just going to clear this outer area. And again, I don't save anything. Now again, if you don't like these zombies hanging out underneath your floor, which is exactly what's going to happen, take them and just tuck them in a corner over here. Tuck them in a corner. Boom. Quad EST, not EST. I don't know what that means. I'm in Eastern Standard Time, yes. Kismet, what's a better companion, the dogs or the person? Dog does not judge you, the persons do. Mig Wrench also dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, becoming part of the Kismet Army. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for coming in, showing the stream some love. I'm having an awesome night tonight. We're mega streaming. That's right. We're mega streaming. We're going to be going all night long. I'm getting stronger. I can stream for longer and longer now. I'm trying to get up to that point where I can stream basically 8 hours a day. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. You're like, Kismet, what do you mean? You can't stream 8 hours a day? And like, no, I cannot. Because of medical conditions, it makes it very difficult for me to do that. But over the last years, I have been working up my stamina, and I am rocking it now. I am rocking it. Last couple days, we have done 8.5-hour streams. Hopefully today, we'll keep it going. Now, if you notice, I took the atrium floor and I stored it. Now, you might have missed that when I did that. Basically, what I did is I stored it because the atrium floors that you first get are ugly. They are terrible looking. So basically, what I want to do is kind of store them, and then they'll get unugly. And I can redo it. Yaki TV, thanks so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, becoming part of the Kismet Army. Welcome. Now I'm going to start just with some basic atrium floors. Put my bed up there. And again, notice how I've got this ghoul way over here in the corner. I'm going to pick him up. Drag him over here. Like so. Way over there. Boom, never see him again. Never see him again. Now I'm going to go ahead and start to build the side of the vault. And we're just going to build a little bit of vault here. We're going to eventually make a giant mega build. Now, again, I make giant structures. Like, see this here? We can build giant atriums if we wanted to. I don't think we built the vault this way. We built it that way last time. Maybe we should build it this way. I kind of feel like we should. We'll work on that later. Work on that later. Now, what I've done here is I've unlocked a part of the Fallout 4 DLC called the vault-tec kit. Now, the vault-tec kit allows me to basically build vaults. Now, of course, the one problem with this, and I don't know why that ends up this way, is that when you try to use multiple kits together, they don't always work. They're very difficult to get to work together until you know the secret. And I'm going to show you. Now, one of the things that I like to do also is I like to use these ones here, which have both a wall and a floor. And they're a bit easier to try to line up. Right, like so. Try to line those up, and I'm going to go ahead and store that one. And then like so. So I'm going to kind of just run this across here like this. There we go. Now, in this particular instance, there's a massive amount of stuff that you might have missed that I scrapped out, which gives me a massive amount of resources. Now, one of the quests I need to do right now is to simply make an overseer's desk, which I'm going to do, which is a funny irony because I'm behind my overseer's desk right now inside my overseer's window here in Vault 45, which is pretty awesome. Now, this is actually Vault 88 in the game, and we're going to just build it out a little bit as well. Now, some of these floors we already have. We have about 3 left of all the ones that I stored. Put that up there. And again, we're just kind of building it out however we feel like building it. That's a great thing about building in this game. You can build it however you want. Now I'm going to take this guy, Julian. I'm going to lift him up by holding down the E, and I'm going to throw him over the fence. Throw him over the fence. There we go. Now, if you do have a question or comment for me, my name is Kismet. It's very easy to find. It's right down here below my window. And I'm going to go ahead and try to throw him over the top. Let's see if we can get him to go over the top. Whoop. Dropped him. Dropped him. Well, let's pick him up. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Come on, you. Get over there. Get over there. You know you want to go over. There you go. Up. Oh, so close. Now I could run around and do it the other way, but this is fun. I got Hancock. I'm busy. I'm busy trying to throw this guy over the wall. Now I just do stuff sometimes just for fun. Just to see if I can. Come on. I know you want to go over there. Go on over the wall. He doesn't want to go. One last chance. Let's get him by the booty. Get him by the booty. Stick his head across the wall. Up and over. And drop him. Oh, so close. So close. Now, you know an easier way? I did that on purpose, just so I can show you an easier way. Just move the thing, grab the guy, and just throw him behind there. That is so much easier. So much easier. There we go. Okay. There we go. Again, I do silly stuff up in here. Entering lurk mode. Have a great stream, sir. Thank you, Warwitch TV. Thank you so much. Appreciate the love. And again, if you guys have not discovered Warwitch, give Warwitch another shout out, mods. If you have not discovered Warwitch, there is a guy who loves what he does. You can tell he has a lot of fun, goes all out in the stream. One day when I grow up, I hope to be as awesome as Warwitch. I hope one day. Thank you, C-Money, and also to Novale for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, becoming part of the Kismet Army. Welcome. Welcome. Appreciate it big time. Big time. Now, if you have not discovered... hey-oh! If you've not discovered Warwitch, I just say click on his name and hit follow. I mean, that's an instant follow. There's not everybody that I say that for, but Warwitch, that is an instant follow. Just go over there and hit the button. Just click his name and hit the button with sight unseen if you haven't seen him before. And go check him out. Go check him out. He is exceptionally great. All right. Let's go ahead and get the vault overseer's desk going on. Bam!
Finally, my overseer's desk. And a proper vault.
I'm in my overseer's desk. Some people call it the
Hardly believe it.
some people call it my spaceship I'm in.
All this time.
All right, now we already listened to her earlier do that little storyline, so I'm going to go ahead and just remove all this stuff while she's busy walking and yapping. She loves to yap, that lady. She loves to yap. Let's get all these resources and all this stuff here. Now, again, I'm a super looter. I will loot everything. I will take it all. And I'm going to throw that over there so I don't accidentally screw that up. Can't move that. I like this. Look at this. You can actually see. I love maps. I'm a big fan of maps. Look at this. How cool that is, right? I'd love to have that map on my wall. I put it behind me. Actually, I should. I should have it superimpose it. That'd be cool. That would be cool. Scrap that. Store that in the workbench. Workbench. Scrap. Nope, can't get it. Can't get it. Now, again, there's a lot of stuff around here to scrap, and that's going to open up that other side, north sector. I don't like to open up the other sectors until I'm ready to do that. And let's see. I think I pretty much got everything. Stuff there. And now also what we have is we have a whole bunch of stuff that we had gotten earlier in another part of our playthrough here. Let's go ahead and see if we can make a cooking stove. There we go. Now, the cooking stove is going to give us access to the workbench. And we have a whole bunch of stuff that we saved right in here that we're going to go ahead and grab out of here so we don't lose it this time because I scrapped this thing and I lost all of that stuff. Not cool. Not cool. So there is a little bit of a bug there. And we're going to go ahead and just put all of our kind of heavy stuff in there. All this. Look at all this combat armor we got while we were fighting our way in here. Tons of vault suits as well. Super cool. Super cool stuff. Let's keep going. Boom. And I'm a super looter. I will loot everything. I will take everything with me as well. So I don't trust this thing now. So I'm going to go through and just kind of manually grab all of the loot. If I feel like I'm going to lose my loot, that's it. I will go and I will grab it all myself out of here. Like so. There we go. Now, I always scrap the random stuff first. Always scrap the random stuff on the shelf first. If you get rid of the shelf, sometimes these boxes disappear and you don't actually get your loot. Now, if it's just free loot like this is sitting on it, then you'll be fine. What the heck? Oh, I accidentally did the whole thing instead. Well, there we go. And then you hit the actual shelf, and then all the stuff will just fall. And some stuff it'll go into the workbench. But I noticed there that it did get kind of glitched out earlier. So I'm gonna watch out. I'm gonna watch out for my loot. Because all that giant amount of loot that I had got lost instead of going in the workbench. Go ahead and scrap all this stuff. Again, I'm hitting R and then E to scrap that stuff. Now again, that is a cool map. I don't want to really get rid of that map. Alright, I think we've scrapped everything. There we are, looking good. And let's go ahead and save all of that hard work we did. Jay and Saniac, thank you so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, becoming part of the Kismet Army. Welcome, welcome. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Appreciate it big time. Appreciate all that awesome love. Appreciate you coming in with War Witch or however you're coming into the stream. I do appreciate that greatly. Does help the stream out a lot when you guys come in. Show that love. You go to Twitter here or YouTube. Go to Kismet BP, like at Kismet BP or YouTube.com, Kismet BP. Hit that subscribe. Hit that follow button. And then you get a bunch of these things. Boom! Kiss Cats. That's right. Those are the monetary rewards here for our giveaways, for our contests. I've given away Fallout 4. A bunch of copies of it. I've given away 7 Days to Die. 35 copies of that. Whole bunch of stuff that we do give away here on the stream. So save those babies up.
Please, I beg your indulgence. I've waited so long, but we must not dally. The work compels us. The vault was supposed to have a very specific set of residents. After all, to conduct human trials, you need the perfect test subjects.
That's true. Find a guinea pig.
Find ourselves a guinea pig.
The vault-tec handbook urges overseers to refrain from using that word, no matter how apt. Turn on the vault's radio beacon. Certainly people above ground would give anything to live in our vault. While we wait for word to spread, perhaps you might use this time to explore Vault 88. If you can clear some of the rubble, you may be able to access some of the other building sectors. Any materials or equipment that survived may prove useful in our experiments.
Now, normally I'm not down for experiments on peeps. I'm the nice overseer. But this unlocks some stuff that I want to unlock. So, we're going to run outside again. We're going to try this again, everybody. Now, we did it earlier and the whole entire game crashed, and it crashed my streaming PC and everything. It crashed everything out. But we're going to try it again. Now, we left a ton of loot outside the vault. Now, I did save by sleeping in the bed there. And I'm going to go without my power armor. And let's go ahead and see if that loot is still out there. Let's see. Let's see if we can grab it. There we go. Oh, Lord Winter making it rain. Every one of you just got a bunch of Kiss Caps. Congratulations. Make sure to say thanks to them. Do you eat while you stream? I forgot to eat my lunch for days while you were playing Fallout 4. While playing Fallout 4. I don't take a break anymore. I used to have to take lots and lots of breaks in the stream. If you watch some of my older streams, I typically had to take a lot of breaks, but I don't need to do it anymore because I've been building up my stamina. I've been going to the gym. I've been working out, lost 40 pounds. Really looking after myself a whole lot. Hoping to lose about another 30. Maybe by TwitchCon, maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, I just prefer just to go. Just to keep on streaming. I'm pushing myself. Because Twitch has set the bar up here. They said, Kismet, if you want to get partnered, set the bar there, bro. So I'm like, okay, you want me to step up? I'll step up. Stepping up right now. Streaming all night long. Stepping up. Hoping they're going to show me some of that partnership love. Now, if you want to help the stream, you want to help me get partnered, here's what you do. You go to Twitter, you go ahead and retweet. That's going to earn you guys and everybody in the stream some Kiscaps. So twitter.com, KismetBP. Hit that follow button while you're there as well. Go out and retweet the stream. More retweets we get, the more Kiscaps we dish out to people. Now, wouldn't it be awesome, for those who just came in my stream, first time in my stream, if I actually had the real life deal? If I actually had the real Kiscaps? That's right, I do. They're pretty awesome. They are pretty awesome. You find me at TwitchCon, I'll give you some. I'll give you some. Totally give you some Kiscaps. And I'll be there. I will be there. Boom. Purple Onion also dropped the Dragon Hammer, crushed the follow button, became part of the Kismet Army. Welcome. Welcome. Show them some love in the chat. Now, there's something we do here in the stream every time somebody hits that follow button. Every time someone says, you know what, Kismet, I really love what you do, bro. I'm going to go ahead and take the extra time to go down there, hit that donate button. Or since I don't have a sub button yet from Twitch, go down there, hit that Game With sub button and say, Kismet, you know what? I'm going to throw $5, $10, whatever it is, your way to keep your stream going. We do show them lots of love in the chat. So anytime somebody presses that follow button, please welcome them to the Kismet Army. Please say hello to them in the chat. It really does. It really does help the stream. I do appreciate it. And it makes people feel welcome in the stream. I do appreciate everybody who does do that. Sushi Monster saying hi in the chat. Look at all these awesome peeps saying hi to all the new peeps. All right. Now, just so you know, if you go into vault-tec mode, this is actually part of your vault. All this stuff right here. This is actually part of your vault that you can build out. Whomper Dude, thanks so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing the follow button, and becoming part of the Kismet Army. Check it out. You can actually build stuff right here where the vault exit and entrance is. Very, very cool, right? Very, very cool. Now, you know the first thing I'm going to do? I'm going to close the freaking vault door. I don't know about you, but now that I got all my loot, let's do it. I never get tired of watching the vault door close. I never get tired of it. Now, why they didn't give us that vault door in the vault-tec kit, I have no idea. But that would have been awesome. And then you run the power over to here, a little wireless connector that connects it. You get to put in the terminal and everything. That would have been awesome. Whoa, look out. So cool. I dig it every time. Dig it every time. All right, now while we're here, since we just collected a whole bunch of resources, let's go ahead and cut away all this other stuff. Now, I get rid of all this stuff. I don't like to have a whole bunch of stuff just laying around in my vault. I would rather use the resources. So I just clean house. Clean house of everything. Going over here. Now, the funny thing is when you're doing this, you might discover stuff that's hiding back here in the corner. Because, of course, you've moved stuff out of the way now, and you can see stuff that you might have not seen before, like stuff that's underneath the carpet, something that's underneath something else. Definitely helps you a whole lot. Helps you out a whole bunch. Yeah, right. Oh, can't scrap that one. That I can scrap. I can scrap this one. Now, you don't want to scrap that one anyway. That's a Pip-Boy crate. Can't scrap that one. Get rid of this. I'm overburdened. I don't want to get rid of those, which I can't get rid of. Anyway, because those are Pip-Boy crates, so they're gonna have Pip-Boys in there for your vault dwellers. And again, this is one of my favorite things to do. It's why I love Fallout Shelter. On top of Fallout 4 here is building vaults. Building vaults is incredibly fun. You got to have a lot of resources though, but they give you a ton here in Vault 88. Now I'm gonna take this guy and just drop him down there so I don't have to look at him. Same thing over here. I hold down E. You can go ahead and grab him. Now you can also throw him, by the way, too. If you hold down R, boom, throw him down there. Throws it forward. Like grab the guy's leg here and just throws it down there. Pretty fun. Pretty fun. Again, I don't want to look at dead zombies. Dead zombies. Now, sometimes what will happen is you'll throw them down there, and it will actually reset. They'll actually end up back up here anyway, or wherever they were when they died at some settlements when you're doing it. So learn which ones do it and which ones don't. There are some that actually remembers where you did it, and some where it doesn't. There's boxes there. Again, I like to just completely clean house of everything, except for those. Even folders. Of course, we've got that. Format. Like so. Pick this guy up. Carrying dead zombies around. Harbinger, like that. He dropped the dragon hammer, crushed that follow button, became part of the Kismet army. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. Notre Dame guy, agreed, need them for decoration. Now, wouldn't it be amazing if you got the full vault door? Oh, man, I wish they'd give us the full vault door. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. So I'm just kind of cleaning house a little bit. Now, one of the problems here, of course, I can't move that. Now, also, like zombie parts. Also, some of this stuff is actually going to disappear. Some of the stuff will actually disappear over time, and some of it will stay forever. Which is kind of a bummer, because if you make a pile out of somebody, you can't move it. You can't move that pile, right? So in some cases, if you don't want to have stuff that is permanently stuck there, don't kill them with a laser weapon. Don't kill them with a laser weapon, that is for sure. Totally for sure. We are the harbingers of your perfection. There you go. There you go. Crash lays like, oh! The dead bodies add a nice aesthetic. Don't they? Don't they? Well, I'll keep them down there in case I need any extra body parts for later. By the way, there is a funny thing that you can do. You can actually put a bunch of stuff in this foot. Just put a whole bunch of loot in there and then just carry the foot around and you're not overburdened. It feels like a little bit like cheating to me, so I don't do it, but it is possible. So it's your game. You can do whatever you want. Go for it. Go for it. And again, I only play totally legit. So that means I play in survival mode. I don't cheat. I don't shortcut. I don't use third-party mods. I just have fun doing what I'm doing. I like that console. That's cool. That console is totally cool. But too bad it's gone. It's totally cool, but it's got to go. Okay, we're going to go ahead and clear all this stuff, because all this stuff is part of our stuff that we can use. Let me go over here so it stops flipping between there. Now, of course, I'm going to get the stuff inside there first. There we go. And get all the rest of this stuff. And I'll keep that. It's going to let me... Yeah, it doesn't let me scrap that anyway. So we're going to do a bunch of scrapping here. We're going to build not a really big mega vault, which I usually do here, but we're going to build a vault big enough to sustain any new peeps that we bring in. And again, we could come in here, and the cool thing is you got actually all this front area too as part of your stuff. Vault poster. Get rid of that. But I like to get all the resources, and then I like to build it the way I want it to be, right? So that's why typically whenever I'm building, I will tear everything down first and make it the way I want it to be. And then from there, I can come back and I can make it however later. Again, get all the stuff you can. There we go. Now it's nice and clear. More dead zombies. Get this guy. Chief Anderson. Chief Anderson! Let's walk him out of there. Let's walk him out of there. Now, if you do have a question or comment for me, my name is Kismet. For whatever reason, if I do get focused on what I do and I miss your comment or question, just throw it in there. Again, I don't consider that spam. I don't mind at all. Make sure you put my name in there, though, Kiz or Kismet, so I can see your name in between the rest of the chat. All right. I do appreciate that greatly for helping me out. There we go. Kiz is building a vault hype. Exactly. I am building a vault. I'm going to show you all my tips on building a vault because it's not easy. You know, the vault-tec kit actually is a little weird in the way that it works. It does not work like a lot of the other stuff where it does. Some of the pieces do not go together. And look at all our little zombie dead zone. Thank you, Kano, for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button with a whole bunch of little floaty things there, and becoming part of the Kismet Army. Welcome. Welcome. Let's show them some love in the chat, everybody. Every time somebody hits that follow button, please show them some love. Hey, Hancock, come here for a minute. Come here for a minute. Hancock, come here. Smack him! Smack, 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 smack. Smack him with someone else's arm. I am overburdened. What a surprise. I am overburdened. I am overburdened so often that I actually have the word overburdened on my t-shirts. That's right, overburdened with Kiz Caps. I hope you guys like that. Hope you guys like it. Let's keep going. And we got this all cleared. We got to clear this area down here, and we got to flip the switches like so. Again, this is part of your thing here, so I can actually scrap that. And scrap all these other resources in here. Get all the boxes first before you get the shelf, or all the boxes disappear. There we go, and then the shelf. Get rid of all these consoles. Now, if you were going to use those consoles later, anything that you were actually going to use later, like if you were going to use all these crates and whatnot, I would store them and not scrap them. Look at that. 150 vault-tec reactors. So we've got 150 power right there to start. Right at the very start. Again, take out the mats, take out the chairs. Ain't nobody going to be sitting down here. I don't want to get rid of the radio beacon. That would not be good. That would not be good. Now, some of that stuff's going to get stored in the workbench. Get that. Again, get the boxes first. Up. Oh, see, I missed that one. See how the box disappeared along with it? So you got to watch out for that. Watch out for that. Let's see if I can do this one. There we go. Got all those, and then scrap the whole thing. Boom. Again, I like to get... Oop, almost did my power there for a second there. I like to clear everything out because I'm going to use all those resources, of course, to build.
Anyone could find a use for that.
Grab that. Grab that purified water. Grab that Nuka-Cola. Grab these glasses and whatnot. All right, flip the switch. All right, got that done. Now we're going to go ahead and walk all this loot out here. Now, I don't have to actually walk the loot out if I don't want to. If I don't want to, I could actually make a thing right here. I'm getting a bunch of quests over there. I can make something super easy right here. And this is what I like to do. I put these all over my various places. I can just go ahead and put the cooking stove right there, or put it right by the entrance, so that every time I come in the entrance, I can just go ahead and drop stuff right here into the cooking stove. And then it will go into the workbench here at this location. I put them all over my settlements on kind of each side of the settlement, so I don't have to walk all the way to the workbench every time, which is not that cool. Not that cool. Let's keep going. Keep going. Bam. Bam. Ooh, vault building. Exactly, Darkness. We are going to build a vault, and I'm going to show you the right way to build it, or an easier way to build it, so you're not struggling with it. Now, the problem with building a vault is the vault-tec kits do not play nice with each other. They do not play nice, usually. There we go. Look at all this sweet loot we're dropping in there. We'll come back to all that stuff later. Now, I'm playing a melee mode. I'm playing melee mode in survival mode in the hardest way you can play the game. Both the hardest mode and the hardest way you can play the game. That's it. That's what I got. That, grenades, and I can use a pistol on turrets. That's it. That's it. I've got to do it in... I've been challenged to do it in survival mode, in melee mode, and we're owning it. We're owning it up big time. So we got that cleared. We got all that stuff cleared as well. Did we check this stuff on the wall? I think we did. Yeah, can't get that. Can't get that. Look at this. Look at this. See, I want to be able to do it at that level. Look at how, like, intricate all of that stuff is. Isn't that cool? That would be awesome. Maybe in Fallout 5. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe. We'll see. All right, let's build a vault. Let's build a vault. Let's build a vault. All right. So the first thing I did, of course, made this little overseer's... Where'd my girl go? Where'd that girl go? Sitting in the overseer's desk. What do we got? Prime directive. Vault 88 designed to test a variety of prototype devices with the aim of rolling them out through the rest of the vaults. 88 is fully occupied with respect to roll out new devices in the physical core, the initial prototypes, blah, 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 blah. Unlike other vaults, test subject before a disaster scenario. If the vault goes on lockdown, the urgency of the timetable diminishes, so you'll have to keep the test subject docile in line. We'll have every faith you're up for the task, Dr. Barstow. Dr. Barstow. All right. And so also gives me an intelligence boost, by the way, if you guys missed that. So I've got my power armor over there. You can see I've scrapped everything and moved everything. I'm going to go ahead and move this up here. Now, the first thing I like to do, of course, is to go through and move all my stuff in the vault. Now, you might like, Kismet, you barely got a vault going. Well, I like to move it in the vault so it's not blocking my building ability. Like so. All right. So again, now I've got the stuff up and off of the vault. Now, of course, we've got other zombies laying around over here and that kind of stuff. But I seriously doubt... Oh, I see a railroad track there. I seriously doubt I'm going to build it out this big. I'm probably going to build a much smaller vault here and then build a mega vault over at Spectacle Island. Now, again, this is actually... You can build a lot here. You can build a massive, massive size vault. We'll pick up his arm. Throw it over here out of the way. Well, you can build an incredibly humongous vault here. I've built a massive vault here before. So what we're going to do is go ahead and build out a vault really quick here. And have some fun. Have some fun. So the first thing we're going to do is work with an atrium. Which is this one right here. Now, when you're doing the walls, I like to use the wall bottom and the atrium. Right here. So we just build it out. Like so. Now, there's also some humongous atriums, which are awesome. These things right here, which are multiple levels. It's very, very tall, as you can see. So we can also create that as well. Now, one of the things I like to do is, of course, put the Overseer's office in there as well, which is a pretty cool way of doing that. Now, you've got a whole bunch of different pieces. Of course, you've got kind of an atrium ceiling. You've got the actual atriums themselves. Then you've got kind of a half atrium, which is this, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, you've got the full atrium, which comes from the bottom and actually snaps into these pieces. Like so. It's going to let me. Very, very not easily snapped. There we go. Like that. Now, I like the atrium to, of course, come together sideways like this. So if we were going to do it, I actually would probably move it out a little bit here. Now, normally, last time I put it down here at this end, which is kind of cool. But I don't like to build the same way every time. So maybe we'll do it over here on this side. I think actually I'm going to take out this map this time. Sorry, map. Gotta go. So we're going to go ahead and put it on this side. So we're going to go ahead and start with a big atrium. Like so. And then we're going to go ahead and snap this part to that part. Come on. And of course, you've got to fuddle with it. Now, something I say quite often here in the stream, you got to kind of fuddle with stuff there to make it work. Now, how can I make this middle part work? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is look for the thing I'm sitting in right now. That's right, the Overseer's window right here. That's what I'm in right now. I'm in the Overseer's window. And I like to put that in right up there at the top. That's, of course, going to be my office up there. And then we're going to go ahead and fill in the rest of this atrium here with just kind of a square. Now, the trick to getting the most out of your vault is using the minimum amount of pieces to do what you want to do. And you'll be like, what do you mean, Kismet? What do you mean use the minimum amount of pieces? Well, your instincts are going to be to do this. To grab this one, atrium floor, right? And put that down. And then you say, oh, I'm going to do a wall now. And then you go ahead and grab a wall. And you put a wall there. Right? So there you go. Now you made it. But, of course, that's 2 pieces. And it counts toward 2 pieces toward the size of your vault. You don't really want to do that. What you want to do is you actually want to use the rounded pieces. These pieces that are already, these ones here that are L-shaped, you want to use these ones already because then, of course, you can build out more of a vault. You can build a bigger vault by using those. So definitely want to use those. Like right here, we don't want to use that. We want to go ahead and use this instead because now we got the wall and the floor simultaneously. Right? Now, if you want to also build out the top of it, there are some pieces that go the opposite way, where they are more of just the top of it here. Just the top part. But now watch how they snap, though. They snap really weird, right? But if I put it up here, looks good, right? Or if I want to use it here and just use the floor, like this. Say I want to do this, right? Use that first, which of course matches up to up there. And then go ahead from there and use the floor. Now I'm also going to show you how to take different rooms and match them together. Because again, it is very tough. Now, of all this stuff I'm teaching you, you can actually also see this on my guides on YouTube as well. So if you miss anything along the way, so there we go. So you can also use one that's L-shaped up above if you want to use a platform up there. And then the same thing up here. You can see that it actually has its own kind of level up there as well, right? Or you can just do this. You can do the opposite. Take this out and then use an L-shaped wall this way. L-shaped wall, like so. And then use the opposite piece, which is way down here at the end. Way down here. Like so. And snap it together. Now, which do you think would be better? What I just did or the other way? Well, this is better because if you notice, I'm going to zoom in real close, and I'm going to go take the extra step, which nobody else does, to put a red arrow on the screen so I can point it out exactly what I'm talking about. Now, if you notice, the previous one did not have this top part. It did not match up perfectly to this side. So right here alone, I'm teaching you something that's going to save you lots of time. You want to use the atrium hanging floor to work with this big piece. And just use the L-shaped floor and wall, and then use the atrium hanging floor so that it matches up perfectly both in height and then in size. So make sure to use those when you're trying to make those walkways or walkways up across there. All right? Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you enjoyed that, put a 1 in the chat if you understand. Kez, how can I get bits on mobile? I have no idea. I have not tried to get bits on mobile. Too bad the Kismet Army can't have a party in Kismet's vault. Well, we'll have a party at TwitchCon. You're going to be at TwitchCon. I'll be around there. I'll be around there having some fun. Kismet, I'm going to bed, but I will leave you stream on to earn some caps. Thank you, Razzo. Thanks, Razzo. I appreciate you leaving the stream on, bro. Appreciate. Kismet, got to go to bed. All right, see you, Fazzy Bear. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out in the stream, everybody. Appreciate it. Again, if I did miss your comment or question, throw it in there again in the chat. I don't mind at all. Just make sure to put my name in there. Or if you just throw it in there in the chat, where the chat gets a little bit slower, I'll be able to catch it. My mods are also always watching. Now let's go ahead and see where we're on votes. Yep, it says play Fallout 4 for the rest of the night. We're 63%. Continue to play some Fallout 4 versus 7 Days to Die, though it is fairly close. That's fairly close. But I will play some 7 Days to Die. Don't worry. I will be playing it. Especially when 16 comes in. 16 comes in for sure. There we go. Rolled it again. We rolled that follow goal. We crushed it. Crushed that follow goal. So again, we're going to go ahead and just work off of this thing right here. Now, there is a slight problem. And I'm going to show you what it is. See right there through that window? That's my overseer's office. But there's a small problem. Unless it's going to be super skinny, it's not going to work out, right? I don't want to have a tiny, small office. I want to have an awesome office for myself. I don't want to have a tiny office, so I'm going to have to offset this out of there. So again, if you want to offset something, the fastest way to do it is just to store stuff in the workbench, like this kind of middle stuff here, and then just grab the outer pieces. Now, you can grab the whole thing at one time if you want to. You can go ahead and just aim at it, hold down E, and grab the whole thing. Now, make sure you don't have stuff that's too close, or it won't work. Now, also, one of the problems with grabbing the whole thing at the same time, notice it's no longer snapping. So I will grab the pieces one at a time so it'll snap to the bottom of it. Like so. And again. Now, I don't get too far in building without testing stuff. I always test stuff first. Right? Let's see if it's going to let me snap. I can't see it, so I'm going to go ahead and drop it and then snap it. There we go. Just kind of move it a little bit. It'll snap together. So I want to test some things. Before we get too far into building, let's get rid of that. Rid of that shine. Tap it. There we go. What we want to do is we want to test. It's never too late. Sign up your local vault shelter today. There we go. Now, what we want to do is we want to build an area over here that is going to be my overseer's office. And again, we're going to go ahead and put back in our atrium. Now, we need to figure out how to make the kits work together so that I can have an overseer's office, but it's not made out of atrium stuff. We want it to actually be made out of this stuff right here, out of the rooms, and we want it here to be the overseer's office, right? And so we want it to also be have this kind of round window, which is kind of the signature window of the overseer, right? And we want that to go ahead and match up to up here. Now notice how it just doesn't snap. That would be awesome, right? It'd be awesome if it snapped, but it don't. It don't snap. And what happens is you have two separate kits that you have to use together to make that all work. And so the first thing we need to do is we need to make various levels. So we're going to go ahead and start down here. And I like to put a cafeteria down here. I don't know, it's just me. That's just me. I like to put a cafeteria down here. Now notice how it's not snapping. All right, let's try it over here. It doesn't snap to the atrium. It doesn't snap. And you're like, Kismet, what the heck? Why doesn't it snap? I don't know. I didn't build it. Don't blame me. But how do you make it work? I will show you how to make it work. First thing we need to do is we need to go to the atrium and we need to use something to guide the rest of our pieces. One of the greatest ways to do that is the atrium doorway. Now I need a doorway here anyway, so they can come through here and then they can go into the restaurant or they can go into whatever. Now this is the thing you want to pay attention to. If you only learn one thing in my stream about building vaults, here you go. You go to your room and now you build the opposite side of this particular atrium doorway, right? So if I want to put a cafeteria in, I want to go ahead and put in a cafeteria doorway and notice that the two snap to each other. That's right. So you use doorways to snap to each other and then you can now perfectly snap the rest of it in there. So if I wanted to go in now and go ahead and fill in the rest of the restaurant here, I can now very easily fill it in like so. And again, I like to experiment first with it. And again, we'll make it a bit actually, put another doorway there. Put another doorway there. And then we'll go ahead and round out the end. Now again, your vault dwellers, they don't want to know the existence of the rest of the world, right? They're going to be in the vault and they don't want to see all this other stuff. At least I think so in my mind. The RP in my mind tells me that they want to be completely contained in the vault and never know there was anything else here, right? And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm creating right now. That kind of setup where they will not know they are actually down in some cave, right? Only I'll know that, right? And I don't want them wandering around the cave either. I want them inside the vault at all times. So they'll also be safe. Oops. Wait, hold on. Wrong corner. Store that back on the workbench. I can always use that later. And again, I try to line it up in such a way that it's kind of maximizing the space. Now the whole entire vault has to snap off of this thing if you want it all to line up. You have to start here with this piece and then snap in the rest of the vault so that all of it's lined up together so the vault will work together and be perfectly aligned. Now, those tunnels over there, I'm going to show you how to offset stuff so that they'll all line up down the tunnel too. I'll show you that as well. Again, you can see these also in my videos on YouTube. On YouTube as well. But you can see it live right now. You can see those skills live. All right. Again, let's line that up. And we're going to build a bit of a cafeteria back here. Boom. And then we'll put the corner in here. Boom. All right, now this stuff right here, we're going to go ahead and store that. And we're just going to go ahead and cut off the rest of the vault right here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. And we're going to build something else right here in this corner. Again, like so. Now I'm going to show you how to get two different kits to match together. So we're just doing atrium to the cooking area or the kind of restaurant. Let me go ahead and save so we don't have to do all that again. And then we're going to also create another area over here for the girl here, who's going to be wandering around here in a bit. We're going to go ahead and take that out, and we're going to continue this on And we're going to make her a little bit of an overseer office over here. This is where her office is going to be. My office, of course, is going to be really up high. Because I'm cooler. I'm cooler than her. I get the cool office. Now, if I try to snap it over here, look, it works. It actually works to snap these two together. Right? But the other ones do not work. Now, that's not actually what I want. I want to go ahead and actually make a proper office. So I want to go ahead and have it snap in such a way that it actually has a doorway over here. Right? Like this. But again, notice what's happening. It's not snapping, right? She's like, Kismet, how do you fix that, bro? How do you fix that, Browinski? Well, what we need is we need an actual thing here from the cafeteria that has a door in it. Got to put a door in it. Like that. But this one's not that good because we also don't want to see the backing of the vault, right? We don't want to see that X there in the vault. So they actually have one. Oh, this one. They actually have one that is both a corner one, a doorway, a floor, and a ceiling. Look, that's like 4 pieces in one piece. That means you can build a bigger vault, right? Same thing over here. If I want to go ahead and just kind of finish up this corner room, see, nobody would ever even know they were in the vault, right? Or ever even know there's a whole cave out there on top of that. Now, also here, I'm going to go ahead, and again, you can build this however you want. You don't have to build it exactly the way I'm building it. It's up to you. That's what's so cool about it. And then again, we're going to go ahead and get an overseer's door like this and put it that way, right? But then you're like, oh, wait a minute, Kismet. That doesn't look cool because there's no thing there, right? There's no thing. Got to have a thing, right? But what you want to do is do something more like this, where you do both a door, right? Which you can do. But then, of course, the door is going the wrong way, right? Well, maybe we can do this. All right, maybe do a corner thing, do another thing. So again, as you can see, it's kind of tricky in what you do. There we go. Yeah, see, as the doors on the side, this here, and then, of course, the access there. And then we're going to go ahead and do that overseer's window, like so. So if she wants access to in here, she can do that. And again, just kind of using pieces that have multiple things as one. So you're not wasting your vault space. And again, notice how. There we go. So now she's got a doorway out of the overseer's office. She's also got a doorway here into the balcony. Using different pieces, right? And that's the magic of learning how to use the pieces is for that reason. Now, I'm not going to give her a big vault area. Too bad. You get what you get. You get what I build you, lady. And then, of course, we're just going to fill that. Oops, I went through the window. Went through the window. Come on. Come on, I know you go there. Now, here's another little trick. If you have a problem with it, come out of the vault. Try to snap it in there. See if it'll let you do it. If it doesn't snap, take this corner piece out. Then snap it in there. Then put the corner piece back. Which in this case is just this corner. Oh, this corner. Like so. Snap it in there. And you're like, uh-oh, Kismet, how do you get back in the vault? You just hit tab, or not tab key. You hit the E key to pick it up. You walk through there, and then, see, I've got the piece, and then you hit tab, and it drops right back in there. Just like that. So there we go. She's got a little tiny overseer's office. And I'll just put her overseer's desk right here. There we go. So she's down on the first floor. And now, but we got to get up there, right? We got to get up to the higher floors. And again, we don't want to see any of this stuff. We don't want to see the blue part of the background. But of course, we do want to put in some windows, so we're going to go ahead and put those in. Here in the kind of miscellaneous, oh, wrong thing. In the kind of miscellaneous thing. Where is it? Vault doors. Where's my miscellaneous stuff? Is it in door? It's under doors. Okay. Under doors, you can actually put the glass in for the thing. Now, make sure you put the glass in before you put the stuff up against the back of it. Right? So basically, that's it right there. And then I'll go ahead and put an actual door in there. This way. So this is actually like a vault door. Opens up. That's just so cool every single time. And then over here, you can actually put in the vault door as well. So she has a little bit of privacy. There we go. And of course, I'll put in all the lighting and all that kind of cool stuff later. But let's go ahead and continue on now. Now here's the atrium. Again, my office is going to be up there. Of course, we're going to need a ladder up there as well. And we're going to need some kind of atrium stuff. Now normally what I did last time is I actually built the stairs behind there. I built it actually behind there and you can come up from the side. But this time I'm going to make the entrance actually right here in the front. So we're going to work with that here in just a sec. Work with that just a second. Kismet. You can also use scroll wheel up or down to push a thing away or a bit closer, just to make sure it's on the ground while trying to push pull. Exactly. Exactly. I have 1,800 hours, and I would say about 90% or 80% of that playthrough time is building. So building is what I do. But thank you for that tip. Do appreciate it. I use the scroll wheel all the time, especially when it's acting funky. When it's acting funky, like it's not quite snapping and is kind of being kind of, you know, like it is. Like it is, you can go ahead and kind of fool around with it, fuddle with it, as I like to say, and get that going on. Look, it's Warwich Homestead. Warwich Homestead is under attack. Ever since I discovered Warwich, I can now not say that settlement right. I call that Warwich Homestead. So next time you talk to him, say, Kismet keeps saying your name. He named that settlement after you. So there we go. Let's go ahead and use our stairwell. So we're going to go ahead and snap our stairwell in here. Again, now what you want to do is you want to test stuff first. You don't want to get too far in your building before you're going to realize whether it's going to work or not. See, they got the double stairs. Very cool. And then I'm going to go ahead and just build out a whole lot of atrium floors here. Now, they give you a lot of resources, which is amazing. So you can go ahead and build this out. Build this out big time. That was fail. Come on, get in there. There we go. There we go. And again, once I have the atrium working, I'm good, right? But look what's happening over here. Oh, look what's happening over here. That's a whole lot of ugly right there, right? Because you can actually see, outside the vault. So you don't want to do that. What you want to do, of course, whenever you have a doorway, match one kit up with the other kit doorway. Look at that. See? That looks nicer. With the atrium doorway matching up with the kind of cafeteria doorway. Very nice. Same thing over here. You know, we got the atrium doorway and, of course, the other doorway. Now, eventually we want an exit over here, but we're going to go ahead and leave that out for right now. And let's go ahead and put in a corner. Actually, this way. Let's just go ahead and use it right here. There we go. Now, we also got a little atrium corner that we can create, as you can see, and then back over here. And I'm going to speed up a little bit. I think you guys kind of got the idea here. Now, again, I will come back and I will build an exit there. But you can build a massive vault in here. Now, I'm starting to use my resources. I've kind of run out of stuff I can do. There is kind of a lip right here, which is a huge bummer. Wish that was flat. You can't get rid of it. Can't make it lower. So we're going to go ahead and use a corner there. Like so. And that's pretty much going to be our vault. Look at the size of that sucker. Look at the size of that sucker. It is huge. Huge! And again, 289 of them you can do. Just from what I'm doing so far. What I'm doing is kind of building out the atrium first. Like that. Thank you so much, Charles, for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, and becoming part of the Kismet Army. Welcome, welcome. Again, I hope you're having a great evening, everybody. Let's show them some love in the chat. And we're going to keep building. Now, when I'm building, when I used to build off stream, which I don't do anymore, I go really, really fast. So if you do have a question, if I go too fast for you, you're like, Kismet, how did you make that work? Feel free to let me know in the chat, okay? So I'm going to speed up a little bit because everybody kind of gets the idea of atrium building. Ah, come on now. My snapping's working terrible. There we go. Working terrible today. Okay. Now, I also find once you're up here, you can go ahead and run along straight like this. You can build nice and quick. I'm just going to build a giant atrium. As you can see. If you just run forward, the same thing works in just about every kit. Maximum Casey, thank you so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, becoming part of the Kismet Army. Welcome, welcome. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out in the stream. I hope you're having a great night tonight. We are having lots of fun. We are building vaults. We're building vaults very early in this playthrough, too. Normally, I'm about level 90 or so before I go in here and try to unlock the vault-tec stuff. At least in my other playthrough, because that was the last DLC they came out with. But this one, we're very early, about a level 50 here. We're playing a melee playthrough. We're playing in the new survival mode. And, of course, playing it the hardest way you can play it, melee mode. Now, I can also use grenades, because I don't ever play melee. And I really don't ever use grenades, or at least don't use them all that much. So we can use those as well. So there we go. Boom. Instant atrium. Nice. Nice. Now we also want to go ahead and make it a bit fancy schmancy up here at the top. So we can... Oh, that's not it. This one over here. So we can also create another atrium if we want. Up this way. Another atrium down the other side here. So if we're going to create another atrium down the side, we need to line it up with what we currently have. And that's definitely what we need to do before we go any further. Is to make sure, again, do you want to do some testing first before you get too involved as to where you want that to go. All right, so put that down. Then look at that. Then look at the other side. And you're like, okay, kind of looks like it's lined up, right? You can use the visual lineup of this here, right, to line it up and put another atrium over there. Now I'm going to use the other side because there is actually two separate pieces. Now again, if you're having trouble dropping stuff down, see how it's actually a little funny there? It's not really snapping. Just keep messing with it. As long as you know it works, that's the key. If you know something works, then you can mess with it until it actually works. If you find that stuff doesn't work, then you also know that too, so you're not messing with it a whole lot. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some of these pieces here at the end. That, see this here? It adds like a double atrium here, or I can add a corner one, which is pretty awesome. But I really just want this one right here. Actually, I just want the one that's actually at the bottom, but I'm going to use it because it's one piece. If I use that, it's one piece. It's two flat on the top and the bottom, instead of using 4 pieces there, which does make it a lot tougher. It does use a lot more resources, and then thus you can build a smaller, you have to build a smaller vault. Now on this side, I'm not going to really build anything for right now. And I'm going to, oh, that's not it. I need this here. Need the atrium hanging floor to try to put that on there. It should snap in there at some point. There we go. It's not letting me put that in there yet. Let me go ahead and take this back out again. Now, if something doesn't work, take stuff out, like so. Kind of work backwards. Work backwards like I just did. I took that out. Then I'm going to go back over here again. And then I'm going to put that back in again. See, sometimes you work forward, sometimes you work backwards. I have a tendency to build stuff, and if it isn't working, I'll take some stuff away from it around the sides and then put it back again, and then it does work, as you can see. So we kind of built a bit of an atrium up there, and then of course my office is going to be up there, and of course we've got this entrance here, but we also need an entrance here. So we've got the double entrances, as you can see. We got the double windows, which are kind of cool, right? Double windows. We've got a corner one. We've got one that is just kind of an atrium, which helps that kind of upper area like that. I don't know. Am I going to run the long way? I guess I could run the long way there. I could run the long way across there. See, now's the hard part. You have to decide what you want. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this out right there. And you're like, oh, I see what you're doing there, Kismet. I see what you're doing there. You're going to go ahead and just add those doorways like that. So I just used one piece to do both the doorway down here and the doorway up there and all the flooring. So that's one piece that did like the work of 6 pieces. So again, if you only learn one thing in my stream, that would be the thing to learn. You can build much bigger vaults and they will work out much better. So again, look how it's weirdly snapping, right? So you got to kind of fuddle with it. Fuddle with it. And there we go. We've got a nice entrance to our vault. Now, of course, I'll build out the whole ceiling and all of that other stuff later as well. I could put another office over here, have like a whole nother place over there for them to live in if I want to. You can do anything you want to do. My man Kismet, back at it again. That's right, Tomathan. I am back at it again, getting into some trouble. Getting into trouble as always, doing my thing. Doing my thing. Your stream is so pure. The positive is something I really need today. Thank you so much for that. You're welcome, Argizian. Thank you so much for hanging out in the stream. I'm going to go ahead and take that and put that in my nice things that people say. Because I like positivity too. I like it too. I get up every morning. I read about 5 of them every day. I have literally hundreds of them. There's a link down below the stream if you'd like to see some. And they inspire me too. So I try to inspire you guys. You guys inspire me. It's a great circle that does keep us all going, right? Does keep us all going in life because we get to do the things we love to do. I'm sure a lot of you love games because, hey, that's why you're here, right? Maybe you love being creative, right? Maybe you're a creative person as well. I'm also a creative person. I'm a graphic designer. I've been a graphic designer 25 years. That's incredible career all that time. All right, so we're going to go out the back here and we're going to say, okay, Kismet's office is going to be right here. Now, of course, I don't want a tiny office. I want a big, gigantic office. This is going to be awesome, right? So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So we've got to basically get the ability to go up to the next level up. So we can go here, which is what we want to do because I want to have my cool overseer's window, and I want it to basically go up to the next thing. Now, this is where it gets tricky. Now, you can use these stairwells, but they don't work as great if you start using these over here, which are kind of the domestic walkways. Now, there's the domestic walkways, and there are the utility tunnels, which are pretty cool, right? Look at all these cool things. Now, they have some ramps, and they have some switchbacks, which are fairly difficult to use. Fairly difficult, and I'm going to show you how to get them going. Of course, the first thing we'd want to do is like decide what type of room is going to be right inside here. All right, so we've got our atrium out here. We're going to have a gigantic atrium here with a whole bunch of kind of living quarters and that kind of stuff down there as well. That's going to be the whole backside of this, by the way. All this down here is going to be a whole bunch of living quarters. We can also make a security area for right inside here, which is what I usually do. So you'll see me do that as well. Now, notice how you can see this exposed edge here. We'll want to get rid of that as well. Let's go ahead and fix that exposed edge while we're at it. Again, we don't want them to see the edge. We don't want them to think about that they are in a vault. And we're going to do a little RP there in our mind. So if we think about it that way, I find that your pieces work better together. See? Now it's all together. Doesn't look like it shouldn't be there. It looks like it's properly together. And then we go ahead and put a door in. Like so. There we go. So when they're coming down here, when I put the roof on, they will come down and they'll come directly into the vault. Now, of course, I'll put the roof on the vault. And then I'll make them a whole bunch of homes right over here. Do a little bit of that kind of stuff. And again, you see here, we've got kind of this blue edge. We don't want to see that either, right? We don't want to see that blue edge. So that's got to go like so. And then same thing here. See this kind of doorway there. And then we've got this atrium wall bottom. We're going to take that door out. So we got to kind of match what we have against what we're doing. So again, atrium door or atrium set. We'll go ahead and make a wall so it kind of covers up that blue. You don't even know that's there, right? And then here in the atrium, we'll go ahead and look for a round thing, which I don't think it has the round thing in the atrium. Nope. Does not have the round window there. But we can use the overseer's thing. I must have went past it. There it is. But we can use the overseer window, like so, to be here at the ground level, which is very unusual. Typically, you put it up really high. But too bad, she don't get an office up by me this time. I did build her office up by me last time. But too bad, she's got to be at the ground level. And then we're going to go ahead and put a atrium corner in. Right here. Atrium corner with a doorway. Atrium corner with a doorway. Where's our atrium corners? No, it doesn't have a doorway. We might have to do a custom doorway. Yep, we're going to have to do this. Yeah, that one does not have a corner doorway. So a little bit of that. And again, if you get to a point where you're running out of stuff, you can always come back and make that a different corner, right? Like right here, notice the atrium doorway does not have a sideway as well. Meaning that it has a doorway, it has a corner one like this, but it doesn't have a doorway in it, right? And it also has a ceiling there, right? But you can also go in and try using different pieces, like you can just do a corner like this, right? Or do a side and then put it in there like this. So you got your corner doorway, like so. Power armor's right in the way. But you can see that it looks funny. What is it that makes it look funny there, right? What is it that's causing it to be funny? Hot damn, Kismet is so cool. Thank you, Darkness Alone. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Appreciate that love. Appreciate it. I've yet to try building a vault. It is tough if you don't know the secrets I'm telling you right now. And I discovered them myself. When I first started the vault-tec kick, now this is what I love to do. I love to build and then give me the ability to do vaults. What the heck? I'm down for that for sure. That was like an instant easy DLC to get. An instant easy DLC. Now look at how this atrium wall is kind of weirdly backwards, right? It's kind of weirdly backwards, but it kind of fits, but it doesn't match this other wall here. But I'm just going to roll with it. Just roll with it. It'll be fine. Now, also what you can do, by the way, is instead of doing atrium wall bottom, let me go ahead and show you another thing here. We can do like this. Oops. Like this. Come on. Like this. And then we can also use the reverse, which is the atrium wall top. Now, if you notice, maddening. Maddening is what that would be. Right? Because it's not going the right way. You tell it to go one way, it doesn't go the right way. It drives you insane. Right? I can go ahead and just put a wall there, but if I want to use the actual ceiling, oh, this way. Where's my ceiling? Right here. The actual ceiling one goes in the opposite direction. So how can I fix that? How can I fix it so it's turned in the right direction? Well, what you can do is, here's a one little trick. You can go in here and use, oh, it's this way. You can go ahead and use one of these things right here. Hang it up here. Oh, wait a minute, Kismet. It doesn't work, bro. Doesn't work. That's right. You've got to have the other ones here, like this one. Let's store that first. You can have like this, right? Then take this out. Again, take stuff away, add stuff in, put stuff back in again, etc., etc. And then again, we can go in, do this. Try to snap it in there, right? It's not working. Bed in the way. Other one's in the way. Again, we want to snap into this other one. It's going to let us. There we go. Snaps into that one, but won't snap into this one for some reason, right? So again, you're going to have a lot of these kind of problems. Well, let's try that. Does that work? No. Let's try using an atrium this way. So again, what I'm showing you, the reason why I'm showing you this is it does require a lot of experimentation. So you try one thing to see if it works, and sometimes it won't work. Then you try something else like an atrium top there. Okay, that's working. And then you're like, okay, now I'm going to go ahead and use a floor one to do it. Right? Now, the whole point of this is so that you understand which piece to use the most, right? Now again, see I'm trying to snap it to the floor, not working, not going there. I can do this one, but this one, not quite working, right? You can back up, scroll out a little bit, stop running into stuff, try to rotate it around, still not working, trying to get it on the floor, still not working. Take this out, put this in, then go in. If it's not working, take some stuff out, and then try to put it all back in again. See, it does work. As long as you know that it does work, then that's probably the power. That's the power I'm conveying to you right now, that it actually does work. You can make your atrium kit match up to the cafeteria kit. You can make your cafeteria kit match up to your overseer's kit, right? So you can make it work. It just takes a bit of messing around. Now, I like to have a nice second level atrium. And what I'll do is, of course, build that up across the top there and do all of that in just a bit. But the thing we need to worry about, of course, is the stairwells. Stairwells are incredibly difficult as well, but I'm going to show you how to do them right now. Now, there's no floors here on this particular area. Let me go and light it up a bit. There's no floors here, and there's nothing built out back here. So we need to decide, what are we going to use? Now, we can use a common room. Now, of course, we always want to start with a doorway, so that doorway snaps in there, right? So we're going to go ahead and use a common room. Let's take a look at what the common rooms look like along here. Like that. So it looks like that. Now, what if we wanted to use more of a clinic area, right? What do the clinics look like? Nice and white, right? Now, I'd probably want the clinic to be right underneath my overseer's office. So let's take that out. And by the way, notice how even once I've got it in there, I can actually unbuild and rebuild, and use it to snap at the same time. So we're going to go ahead and put a clinic there. And by the way, this whole entire thing, this whole entire vault, all of this right here is already built mostly right here. All I have to do is look at it. I already know what I'm going to put where, how's it going to work out up here. If you can get to that point where you can visualize. Now, it's a lot of years being in graphic design, a lot of years pre-visualizing stuff in my head. I can actually see it in color too, which is pretty cool. Exactly how this whole thing is going to work out. All the pieces that I need to put it together. And that's probably the funnest part. When you get to that point where you're like, yeah, I can just do this and that and put that thing over there and make that thing there work. So we're going to go ahead and show you how to make the actual switchbacks work. Now, I like to use the blue part here because it just looks cooler. It just looks cooler. Now, again, right here, we're going to try to make this kind of switchback right here and go up to the next level. And you're like, ah, Kismet, it's not working, bro. How did we fix it last time? I'm going to take the clinic wall out. I'm going to go back to the clinic. I'm going to go ahead and make a wall that has, clinic here. We're going to go ahead and rotate it and look for different walls. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's one with a doorway. That's right. We're going to go ahead and use the doorway. Then back over here to the domestic one, and we're going to try to snap it in there. And you're like, ah, Kismet, bro. Still not working. Still not working, bro. Fail fish. Fail fish. Now, I'm about to tell you the most important thing about stairwells. You ready? Stay with me. Stay with me. Now, before I tell you that, first thing I'm going to do is kind of go all the way to the end here to this thing. Wall cap. Now, I can put a wall cap at the end of these walls. I can also put this thing, which is a doorway end cap. Oh, wait a minute. It snaps in there, right? So I'm going to put a doorway end cap on there, which is basically going to kind of end cap it with kind of a middle doorway. That is going to create a transition between the clinic and also the clinic setup and the domestic setup here. So now we go to grab one of these. Grab this one. And put that in there. That is the key. That is the key. If you learn one thing in my stream, if you've been frustrated about making stairwells and whatnot, this is it. The domestic doorway end cap. Take a minute to absorb that. Take a minute to absorb it. Hey, Ricky, what's up, buddy? Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate everybody hanging out. I have yet to build a vault. Whenever I install this DLC, it borks the whole game, so I can't use it. It was borking my game earlier, Sushi Monster. Do you see my whole entire machine? Like, say, there's something wrong with your machine, it has to restart, and it actually messes up both my computers. Messed them both up. I don't know what happened. I saved it, and it got all funky, and then I restarted both machines, and then finally it started working again. It was weird. It was very, very weird. So thanks again for hanging out on the stream. Again, I love to... what is fail fish? This Northern game. Well, it's just a term for somebody who fails, who makes a mistake at what they do. Google that. You see a lot of fail fishes. A lot of fail fishes. So basically, it means it just doesn't work right, or you failed. So there we go. So now we've got a switchback. Now we can have another level up here, right? Where my overseer's office is. Now again, notice how I'm not building out the whole thing, just this part first. Always do a little bit at a time. Do a little bit at a time and try to experiment first before you go crazy. Now again, look what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and use our doorway end cap, like so. And then we're going to go ahead and start to use our other kit, which is going to, of course, be our other clinic rooms, or other rooms here. My overseer's office. And let's just go ahead and put it just a doorway in. We'll probably change that later because, as you can see, we've only got so much room here. So we don't actually want it to be just like that. Otherwise, we won't be able to see it. But I can go in, by the way, and you can make this float. I mean, hey, no one's going to know inside the vault thing unless you tell them it's like that. You can go ahead and just put a corner in. Oh, this way. Just go ahead and put a corner in. Like so. And then another corner. And you got kind of a bit of a kind of an entryway there. You can put some chairs here for people to come into your office and do the thing. Do their thing. And again, we're going to block that. So again, when people come in the office, they will not be able to know that they are actually inside there. Now, what do I do on this one right here? Because I don't want a wall there. And I don't want... Over there I want a wall, so that's easy. So I just go ahead and do the easy stuff first if you want. Like so, wall. And then this is going to be a wall, that's easy. Then this one's going to be my actual vault-tec wall, or vault-tec window. What's going down there, peeps? Now I can actually come out on the atrium. You can actually try to jump through the vault door, or vault window. Try to get through there. Pretty fun. I don't put the glass in there in mine. I just like to look through the window. I think it's super cool. Now, of course, there's a atrium there, which we'll work on that too, because I don't like that atrium there. We'll fix that as well. But there we go. So we put the overseer's window in. Again, same thing. We're going to go ahead and just make it super basics here for right now. As far as you want it to go. like so. And then I think the most genius thing that they did was they gave you lots and lots of resources right when you got here. So you can just, you know, you can kind of learn a bit on how to do vaults. Now again, I'm gonna speed up a little bit. I think you guys got the idea of that. Now notice how I can't do that. See, it's like a wrong room. So I don't really want to do that at all. I don't want it to go down there because then you're gonna be able to see beyond it. So again, you want to be able to be, again, in my RP brain, I want them to, overseer. I want them not to be able to see outside of the vault. So there we go, and we'll do that. And again, sometimes I go too far out of the overseer's thing instead of just scrolling back. I get that, like so. And again, look at this right here. Again, we don't want to put a square there or put walls there. Now you could if you wanted to, but there's actually a piece for this particular thing right here. They actually thought that out. They're like, "Oh man, we need a piece that snaps right there." Of course, sometimes you have to walk further away. See how it's not letting me snap it? There we go. So there's a piece that snaps right there. It's going to let me do it. But look at what happened. You can kind of see that corner, right? You kind of see that corner. What you really want is this piece right here that also has the corner. Right? So you don't really want that. You want the piece that has the corner so it matches up. And it even auto snaps. You can get it just to do what you want. And there we go. We've got a nice perfect corner. And we got an overseer's office. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. But not cool enough.
You think the vaults were built to keep people out or shut people in?
Both. Both. All right. Now, one of the problems is I can see here in my vault office, I can see the ceiling. Right? So if you go into Overseer here, in Overseer, I can see the ceiling. Now, you don't necessarily want to see the ceiling across here. All the way across there. Now, it'd be nice, because this is only a floor and a kind of a half wall, it'd be nice to go in and make it so the ceiling was connected. Now, when you only do it this wide, and this is one of the problems I want to show, is that when you only do it this wide, you cannot connect the two ceilings together well. It doesn't connect, so you have to actually make it at least 3 wide. So yes, I built this entire thing wrong on purpose. Wrong on purpose. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to fix it. You ready? I'm going to fix a whole bunch of stuff in a sequence. So I'm going to go ahead and take this whole side of this out, like so. Take all that out. Again, work forward and then work backwards. So now you know this is not going to work. It's not going to work, right? Because, you know, you've got a kind of this overseer's wall there. Now again, let's go ahead and put this in. Like so. You create this kind of giant overseer pillar in the middle of your thing. Or you can just do overseer's mid. Now, see this metal thing? That is actually part of it. See? That's what kind of threw me off the first time. It's actually part of it when you put that wall in. So I don't actually have to tear the whole thing down and move it and make it wider. Because that's the first thing that I thought. And if you guys didn't follow me, let me back up for a second. The first thing I thought was, wait a minute. That's not the proper ceiling. The proper ceiling, of course, should be brown, like this. But no, the proper ceiling is actually this metal stuff. That is actually correct. So it just threw me, when I first started doing the kit, it threw me totally off that was the incorrect kit. Right? It's like, oh, well, I got to build this 3 wide, and I've got to go in, and I've got to, you know, put these middle ones in here so I have a brown ceiling and all of that stuff. No, you don't need to do that. It's fine just the way it is, like so. Like so. And again, we're going to put all this back in again. And that's exactly what I did. I started doing that exact thing that I'm doing right there before, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. No, that's not right. It should be just like this in here. And again, you'll get faster at it the more you do it here. And I'm going to speed up again like so. So that's supposed to be like that. That's supposed to be like that, like an atrium ceiling. It actually looks okay once you get into it. It doesn't have this kind of edged bezel. Edged bezel. So there we go. I got myself a nice big overseer's office. Very nice. Very nice. Now again, now it feels like I'm more in the vault now, doesn't it? It feels like I'm like totally in the vault, coming down into here. And then this whole part here, we're going to need to close that off. And this right here is a clinic. And let's go ahead and just close this whole area off. So I hope you guys like that, because that threw me off originally. It just like totally threw me off. And like, I don't know, that doesn't look right, I don't think. And then I'm like, no, I guess that looks okay. I guess it looks okay in there. Pathfinder Fish says, evening Kismet, how are you? Gotta say, you encouraged me to stream more, and I couldn't be more happier to follow such a chill streamer with an entertaining stream. If anyone can stream, so can I. There you go, Pathfinder Phoenix. Go out and do what you love to do, bro. Go out there and do what you love. Don't let nobody stop yes. Bam. All right, looking good. And again, as you see, I'm just kind of filling out the clinic here. I'm just speeding up a little bit. You want to fill this up so you don't want to see any of this stuff. You don't want to see any of that back stuff. So you want it to kind of feel like you're totally in the vault. Nice. Nice. Now, I'm not building anything super fancy right now. Just kind of building out some basic rooms. And, of course, the access that allows me to go up here to my overseer's office, which looks fantastico. Fantastico. Now, if I wanted to do some other stuff here, like a great thing about the clinic here, if you wanted to do something more like, let's see, it'd have to be wider. Now, here's something you'd have to do if you wanted to do this, like have a window there, it would need to be wider, because it would be basically where you took it out, but then of course it would show the wall. And you're like, Kismet, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, let me show you. If you put that in, see, now you're going to see this wall over here. You're going to see that wall, and you don't want to see that wall. What you want to do is you want to go in and have a piece that does that, but as you can see, there is no clinic corner that also has a window, which I know is a bummer. That is a bummer. So that needs to be at least 3 wide so you can make that work. Or what you can do is you can also just go in and you can use an atrium wall, which is not the way I would do it, but I'll show you it anyway. You can go ahead and just try to snap an atrium wall in there like that, but look how it goes the wrong way, right? And I can show you how to force that in there and force it the proper way and all of that. I find it a huge waste of time. I would just make it so. Make it so, Kismet. Boom. Make it like that. Now, what if I wanted windows going out, though? What if I wanted windows going that way so you can see outside of the clinic? Well, let's go ahead and take this out. Let's take that prefab out of there. We'll take this out and, of course, this out. So the 2 sides can match up. So we're going to go ahead and make a nursery here with a window. Like so. Oh, not nursery. What are you doing, Kismet? Not nursery. Getting ahead of myself. Clinic. We'll use that too, but right now we're going to use clinic. Okay, so we got clinic there, like so. Now see how we can see the outside edge? You don't want to be able to see any of this outside edge, and we'll fix all that later. But first thing we want to do, of course, put in the window, because that's going to be cool. So we can put in a kind of a glass. Put in a glass window. Again, using your scrolling. There we go. You put in a glass window like that. Okay. Or you can just snap in one of these ones. Oh, I took the thing out. Yeah, I took the other wall out too. Scroll. There we go. Got that out. I took these edges out before when I was messing with it. Took those edges out. Again, another window here. Now you put the windows in before you put the other sides on. Now this is not going to work, obviously. So we're going to take this out, and we're going to go ahead and put another window up against that. That makes it match up properly. Again, this is just a whole lot of little things that add up, right? Whole lot of little things that add up. Let's see. That was Gorgana. Thank you so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing the follow button, becoming part of the Kismet Army. Welcome. Welcome. Kismet, I'm glad you're giving us a glimpse of how you build a vault, because I can't build for jack. This was really frustrating. On the first night that I started doing this, I was actually really frustrated by this kit. I couldn't believe it didn't work like the other kits. It was very irritating to use. And hey, that's just the honest truth. I'm going to tell you the straight up honest truth. It was really annoying to use the kit. But then once I learned a bit on how it works, then it wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad. And again, see how I'm trying to snap that together, but it's not working? Not snapping over there either. Let me try to do a doorway. No, that doesn't work. Let's try one of these other things here. Try one of these other ones. Like so. Again, that should snap right there, right? Well, you gotta do some pre-work before you come back and make that work. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put atrium there. And put one over there. Then we're gonna take this out here, and then we're gonna try it again. And we're gonna try it from up above. What? Oh, ha, ha. There you go. So again, let me take that out so you guys can see what I did. Get out of there. Now you try to do it from the bottom, what you saw me trying to do here. Let me go back over here. Trying to do it from the bottom, not working, right? So oh, that's the wrong one. This one. Trying to do it from the bottom, not working. If it doesn't work from the bottom, try to do it from the top, right? Now I don't want this right here, this top part, to be up there because I want to be able to see down into the office, right? Down into the entire vault. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go ahead and use, I've got to use this, this down here. There we go. So I'm going to use a doorway down there. And then up here, we need to build a doorway. Yeah, we'll build a doorway the other way. This way. This way. Like so. And you see, so we've got kind of a double there, but of course it's not as big as the kind of atrium walkway. But it covers up the stuff behind there. Again, you want to cover it up. You don't want to see any of this. See, none of that. And then again here, we'll go ahead and cover that up. Notice how it's not going. Take it out. Put that in. Looking good. Same thing over here. Cover that up. Not working. Take it out. Put this in. Alright. Then try to put it back. Take it away. Put it in. Take it away. Put it in. If it doesn't work, take that stuff away. Try it again. Try it again. No, it's not working. And the stairwells might be in the way. Try it again. Right. Still not working. Not snapping into there. That's because this is no longer an atrium here. No longer an atrium across there, because this is actually just a doorway, right? This is a doorway here and not an atrium. Again, there's about 50 different ways of building stuff, but in this particular case, this is actually a different item than the atrium itself. So the atrium is this, right? Is this piece. This is part of the atrium. And the atrium is actually part of these other side pieces that are currently no longer there. Right, no longer there. Look, they're not even there anymore. See, they're not there. So we have to actually go in and fix that back into the atrium pieces. Now, one of the problems is I can't put the windows in. Now, you see how one problem leads to another problem to another problem? But what if I wanted to adjust this? And we'll take this corner out to do it. So you're going to build, rebuild, build, rebuild. So I want to have it where those windows are coming through there. How can I fix it? Well, what I'm going to do is instead of doing that, we're going to go ahead and make the atrium a little wider. So instead of putting it right here, which is where it was before, right? We're going to go ahead and make it a little bit wider this way. Now, you don't want to put it right here in the corner, otherwise you're going to have trouble matching up those corners. And then I'll get the opposite side one, right? Spin it around a little bit. And it should go right about there. So let's go ahead and take this out, take that out. Opposite one. Snap that in there. And there we go. We got kind of a bit of a wider atrium, like so. And again, we can use these atrium pieces all the way at the end, like so. And you can build something like this. Build double doorway. You can also build windows. Yeah, now we got a kind of a double window and a double window here. Oh, take this out. Take that out. There we go. Okay, now I don't want something right here in the way so I can see down. But as you can see, I've taken stuff away. I've added stuff, taken stuff away. I've made a wider atrium. That's going to take some work to get that whole top of that to match up, especially if I'm going to match it up to the other side. I'm going to have to move those as well. So once you move one thing, you're going to have to move a whole bunch of other stuff. And again, this is just all experimentation. Now again, if I only wanted one side, say I only want the top side here to be that. Again, that's what these other pieces are for. So you can just go like this, put that right there. Notice how it's snapping to the window itself. Right? I only want that, right? And I don't want there to be a walkway there. Well, I really do, but I can adjust it like that and take that out. Let's try the other way now. Let's try this way. Again, thank you for dropping the Dragon Hammer. Your ugly face. Thanks so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, and becoming part of the Kismet Army. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Do that too. 50 ways of doing the same thing, right? But that is clean. That is nice and clean right there. So we're going to go with that. We're going to go with that. And again, experiment. Experiment is the key. So there we go. Looking good. And of course, we've got the atrium on the sides here. So we'll go ahead and just use those atrium pieces to build. Yeah, this is one of my favorite kits to build with. If it lets me snag. See, now sometimes you see how I rotate it a little bit? Just to rotate a little bit to try to work it in there. Try to work it in there. There we go. Now that's nice and clean right there. That's nice and clean. Put that over there. Oop. And put that over there. I'm going to show you something about stairs later too. But there we go. Nice. Looking clean. Got 2 windows, multiple doors. It's all like the right size and all of that stuff. Looking good. Looking good on that. Now there's some pieces up here that we need to work on. So let's go ahead and work on. Let's go ahead and work on the atrium top part here. Now these are going to take some additional pieces that. Look at that! I can build a double decker office. Look at that. Look at that. Double vault-tec office. That'd be cool. All right. Well, let's not get too crazy in here. We're gonna just try to finish this up, and then we're actually gonna build a vault at Spectral Island if I have enough time. Oh, I got plenty of time. Plenty of time. Plenty of time to build some cool stuff. Okay. So let's keep going here. Let's keep going. Now, again, if you have a question or comment for me, my name is Kismet. You can put Kiz or Kismet in the chat. It'll highlight in red. I know you're talking directly to me. And if I get kind of fixated on building stuff or I get distracted, when I do come back to the chat, it'll be sitting right there so I can respond to you. All right? So don't feel like I'm ignoring you. I just get very, very focused. Of course, I do watch my chat pretty much. Kismet, hope you have a good evening. I'm heading out to stream for a bit. See you tomorrow. All right. Take it easy, Pathfinder. Take it easy, buddy. All right. So we're gonna have to do a little work here. We're gonna have to do a little work to make all this stuff pop in there. Now, this is not very efficient, by the way, to use this many kind of single pieces in your vault. You should really use a lot of... darn it, it's not that. You should use a lot of multiple pieces, right? Instead of doing this, where I'm really kind of burning up a bit of my vault space, like that. But it does look good. And then, of course, we've got our ceiling way up here at the top. Atrium ceiling. And again, you got to kind of fiddle with it. Stop it. Stop the falling. Now, see the atrium ceiling? It's not snapping on there. Why doesn't it snap on there? Don't ask me. I didn't make it. I didn't make it. Not my fault. Let's go ahead and use a different one and try to make it fit. Try to make it fit. Again, if one thing doesn't work, just go ahead. Oh, not corner. And go up here and say, look, atrium top. Okay, this looks good. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now we're talking. Can we use it over here as well? On this corner? Oh, on this corner where I keep falling off of there over and over? Keep backing up too much. Nope. Nopey, nope, nope. Right, doesn't match. Again, this is probably the toughest part with this kit, is trying to get it to match up, trying to get it to work. And what you would think would work, like something like this. Oh, that's the wrong one, this one. What you would think to work, now I'm using the scroll wheel as well. You can try to jump and try to get it. Doesn't really work well. Now, it's better when you bring them together, when they're actually a match up. When you just put the thing together, if you extend them out like this stuff starts to happen. So let's go ahead and also try now just the roof stuff. That's hanging floors. That's an atrium ceiling there. Let's see if we can just put an atrium ceiling on there. Nope, can't use that. Atrium ceiling here. Can we use that now? Can we use that now? Try to scroll wheel it. Nope. Nope, can't use that either. So again, it's very, very frustrating sometimes trying to get it to do what you want it to do. Atrium column top. Nope, can't use that. Oh, wait. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that worked. How come that worked? And that doesn't work. Again. Fiddle with it. Fuddle with it. Oh, wait. That's working. That's working there. Again, so you want to experiment around like that to try to make your stuff work. And I could do that. But, I don't know. That's just, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Like, that doesn't look so great. That doesn't look so great. Now, what I would want it to do, obviously, is just do the ceiling, and you can use the ceiling and floor to snap it up there. Or if you had one, which is basically like the atrium one I'm using right now, like this, to snap in there. But that one, for some reason, does not snap in there, right? You just fool around with it, spin it around, see if it's going to do it. All right, that's one too many times I've fallen down now, and now it's got to be fixed. Got to be fixed. There we go. There we go. Now again, sometimes you got to backpedal so you can see what you're doing up there. Just put that down. So again, can't use the floor. Can't use the ceiling. Up this way. Can't use the ceiling. Now they do have these other little atrium pieces like this. But those atrium pieces, which are super cool by the way. Super cool by the way. Are for that. Are for that. So it's like, how do you connect that up there? Well, let's go ahead and try to use this atrium ceiling way down here. And again, this is atrium ceiling way up here. Try to snap it up there, right? Snappy snap using my scroll wheel. Nope. How about this one? Rotate it a little bit, see if it snaps. How about here? Does it snap there? Nope. So you just keep experimenting with stuff until it actually starts to snap there. Again, all the rest of the stuff, you can use this too, by the way. This is pretty cool. Little corner thing to keep stuff going. But again, we're just going to keep messing around with stuff until it snaps. That doesn't snap there. So there is a gap that goes between there, between the atrium ceiling and floor here. Again, I keep trying to do it from down there. Stop it. Stop it. See how it's snapping there? It's snapping along those bolts. See how the bolts kind of, or the holes in there snap together? But it's really awkward because what you want to do is you want to kind of turn away, zoom in and out, and then try to line it up. See that? If I just turn toward it, it's really awkward to try to get it to line up. And that doesn't line up there because there's no kind of, there's no holes for it to line up against, right? It usually has got to line up against some sort of hole, but, oh, whoa, wait a minute. What happened there, Kismet? What? How did that work? Wait a minute. Oh, what did you do? What did you do? I'm using this piece right here to start it. And then I can try to, again, fool around with it here and try to snap it in there. Doesn't work, right? Doesn't work. Not working. No mas. No mas worky. But again, it's one of those things that it is weird because the gap right here is kind of a half space. See how it's kind of a half space? It's not truly a full space across there. So again, hopefully I'm not taking too much time on this, but you guys get the idea. It's one of those things that is really annoying. Really annoying. So if you do offset it by that, then you have kind of a half space up here that you gotta have to deal with. To deal with in the long run. So it's like, do I want to deal with that half space? Or do I just want to put the two sides together and make it easy on myself so I don't have to do that? Because the whole point of this half cut is so that it sits right above this thing. And it's a lot of work. There's a lot of work to make that work. Hopefully I haven't like brain numbed you from all of that stuff. But I think that's very vital to understand that it does act weird. It does act weird when you're trying to put in that ceiling. So let's see. What else we want to do? Let's go ahead and try this over here. Because when you actually do this, there is an actual ceiling that you can put in there when you do both these. Like, let's go down this side. Let's go to this side. And we're going to put in some stairwells. Can I do it off the side of there? Nope. Here. And we'll go ahead and put in... Again, I'm just kind of talking about building here. When I'll get serious about building here in a second. But you always want to experiment first. Because this is actually very difficult. Actually very difficult. So again, see, it goes perfectly together. So if you want no fuss, no muss, you can do that. But again, when you offset it, when you take something like this piece right here, and I'm just going to put it on the ground. You take this piece right here, what connects to the top of this piece? Atrium floor? Nope. This thing? Nope. What about this? Atrium hanging corner? Nope. Now this, you would think would go to that, or this, you'd think would snap to that. But it doesn't. It's the weirdest thing. Add some trim too, by the way. This goes on the edge. On the edge of that, to cover up the top part. Like that. Covers up the top part so you don't see those edges. While I was in there, might as well talk about that. But the ceiling part is probably the toughest part to get to work. And let's see. Let's go ahead and use a column. Let's say... It doesn't snap that way either. Right? This doesn't snap to that, which you would think it would. Right? Snap right there. It's just a very odd system. It doesn't really snap well to each other. Alright. Take that out. And what else? Let's try something else. Vault atrium. Nope. Again, so the real part is the fixing that part. Now, I could spend a lot of time doing that. But this is a top, and let's see, where's the bottom? There it was. Now notice, look at this. This doesn't snap either, right? It's a column top. You'd think it would snap up there. Or it'd snap at least on top of this thing. I mean, I can put it up there like that, but it's just so odd. It's just so odd that that does not, like, work together. Very, very odd. Alright, so let's go ahead and get to it here. Again, spend a little too much time doing that. But you get an idea. You get the idea. So again, like so. So we got that going. Let's go ahead and just build out a little bit here. And we'll get to it. Alright. Hello, the gaming company. What's up, man? Thanks for hanging out on the stream. Thanks. See you all tomorrow. See you, Phoenix. Later, bro. See ya, bro. Okay, so let's go ahead and fix this the best way that we can. And there's several different ways of doing it, but one of the ways is to do this. And then you can try to use the corner like I was saying before, but of course the corner has to be like this, right? That way it worked that way, see? But this way, for some reason, do it like that, right? But that's not right. So you can use the corner like that. I don't know. I don't like it. Don't like it. Right? Because you'd think, don't want to do it. Take that out. Take this out. Again, this is a kind of an atrium wall top. So let's go ahead and actually check out floor. And see if we put a floor up there. Nope. Can't do it. That stuff tries to snap. We can use a straight wall, which does snap. But if we try to use a another wall, like this one. Again, which is H wall top, which you'd think since the other wall snapped, why doesn't this snap, right? Why didn't this snap to that one? Because that's what I do right there, is I do that and then kind of snap it all the way across. So again, very, very tricky. Very, very tricky to make that work. Trying to remember how I did it last time. I know it was something along that line. Railing and stairs. Do all that later. Thought I used that reverse thing. This and then the other thing. This and the other thing. I will remember. Let's do it. This and then the flat wall. Yeah, so this tries to snap to each other. And we need to try to get the ceiling to start to go. Here's what I'm going to do, so I stop falling down that. Stairwell there. All right. Now the other thing to do is the ceiling, like this, and then try to snap it. Yeah, it's too close. Again, usually this is what I'll do, like this. Cross. I think it's because it's one extra offset. See, now what you'd want is to snap like that. Snap right on there. Snap on there. Atrium ceiling, atrium floor ceiling. That's that. Prefab wall, prefab corners. Yeah, I'm like totally drawing a blank all of a sudden. Inner column top. That's inside. Yeah, no, I can't make that work. That's right. I think I had it offset one more last time. Because that's not going to work because it has a half space. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. So there's a way to work around that, by the way. There is a way to work around that. I'm going to show you that. But in this particular case, because I only offsetted it by one block and not two blocks, the things are not going to match up. Basically all the way down the row. So what I need to do, and again, I was visualizing that, and it's not going to work out in the end. So let's go ahead and take that out. Jump a little bit, take that out. Jump again. Here's what we want to do. There we go. Here's what we want to do. We don't want to have the full thing. We don't want to have the full thing. What we want to do is we want to use these smaller ones like this to control the distance. To control the distance so that these windows are still here, but this up here, take that out. But this will line up like so. So again, we'll go in, other one. Put this in. We want this to line up right over the top like that. But yeah, we'll still have to take the window out like so. That'll line up there, but then we no longer have the window. If we offset it like that, then we'll have the same problem of the half window. Yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Man, I could have sworn I made that work before. But I think it was one more wide because I'd made it as wide as the whole thing. I think it was one more wide that way and one more wide that way. Because I did make that work. What I did is I used those ceilings to connect the top to it. I have to look at it in my previous build. My previous mega build. But oh well, we're spending too much time. Spending too much time goofing with that. Alright, let's take it out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Just take it out. Don't get too stuck on it. Like I don't get too stuck on it. I will just take it all out as quick as possible and continue on. take all that out. Take this out. That'll leave there. This one actually I'm going to take out like so. Let's just put it back the way we had it. Don't want to spend all day on it. But again, good to experiment around though. Again, and this kit is probably the toughest kit to work with. Hoping that's not right. That's not matching up there. There we go. See how it was a little bit offset? I had to pull it a little bit forward because it was snapping a little bit back too far. Snapping a little bit too back too far. But there we go. All right, let's keep going. You get the idea. You get the idea. Again, we'll go ahead and snap that in. Do our elevators. Or, our ladders. Just put one right here in the center. One right here in the center so it makes it nice and easy for me to go in. And again, let's go back. Let's go back to the vault. Let's go back to common. Take that out. Take the windows out. Now we can extend the windows out here, but that's a corner doorway, right? So if we take that one out, we try to do it, then we're not going to have the front doorway action that we have right now. Boom. Like this. So it doesn't kind of match up perfectly. So again, there's limits. There's limits to what you can do. This is a clinic, actually. Take these out. This is the clinic. So you get the idea. It's very difficult to master this particular thing, but I've shown you a whole bunch of tricks so far to get it going. So there we go. We're back to where we were. And let's keep going. And again, we want to enclose the entire thing, but we also don't want to see any of this edge here. So we really want to work on this edge over here to try to enclose that corner and then run it all the way down and enclose this here. As you can see, it's pretty easy to do it there. I don't like this. This has got to go. That's got to go. Take this out. That's got to be fixed. And again, oh, let's go to atrium. Here. Atrium. And we'll see if we got a piece down here at the end. I don't think so. I don't think we have a piece that is going to make it right. So that's going to... Let's do this piece. Yeah. That's not going to work. Got to do the other one. Just a hanging one, because it already has one. It already has one at the bottom. It has an L-shaped one at the bottom. And then we'll go ahead and close up the wall with this. For now. If we want to build something out, we can build something out that way. Alright. Not too bad. Build that up there, or we can cover that up. And let's do this corner. Now, the last time I built it all the way up to the top, where you can actually go one level higher, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool, but now we're going to go ahead and do this corner. Let's go. Again, I hope I didn't mind numb you with that, because there is a lot of tricky stuff with this particular thing. So we're going to need to match what we've already got this way. Kind of match it across here until you get to the corner. And then it's fun. Just do a corner one. Again, if you don't have... No, notice how there's no ramps there. And then here at the bottom. Oh, we got to do the bottom one. This way. And you'll have like moments of genius. You'll be like, oh, I know how to do that. I got to take this out to put this in. Come on. Oh, so feisty. So feisty. I gotta put the whole thing back in again. Yeah, look at that. Look at that stuff. Doesn't just snap back in there. See? Always fooling with stuff. Take this out. Put this back in. There we go. Then go back in. Of all the kits, I would say this one is probably the most frustrating to get to do what you want it to do. But once you get an idea of what you want to do, and once you get an idea of the limitations, then it's better. It's better. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and just start filling in the wall edges. Wall edges. Let's do it. Let's keep going. Keep going. Now again, once you have it up above here, you can actually, if you don't have your bed in the way, you can actually go along here now And just, they're actually snapping off the top of the wall. This is a corner. Need that corner again. Now we're getting somewhere. Oops. All right, speed up, Kismet. Speed up. Let's do it. Speeding up, everybody. Oh, that one right there. If that was longer, we could make that across there. Okay, now we've got the outer edge done. And all we gotta do is put a roof on this puppy. Now, of course, we want it to look awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and do the whole atrium rounded top here. Across here. And we'll just use our scroll wheel, back pedal. We can only make 46 of these, so I think we'll be fine. You rotate it around the other way. Get it right where it's going to snap, then back pedal. I find this is kind of the easiest way to get this to snap. Kind of also rotate yourself a little bit so you kind of line up. There we go. And then see how it actually acts as part of the ceiling? So you don't have to put as much ceiling in, because these pieces here actually act as the ceiling and also the edge there. And then, of course, we're going to need the ceiling way over here. Right here. And then... Oh, that's not going to work. Actually, the other ceiling. This ceiling. There we go. 71 of those we can do. Now, I like to build out the vault before I bring the people in. You can totally bring them in before you're done with your vault. I don't know, I think it's more fun. More fun to, you know, make it where they never even seen that it's a giant cave. Boom. Boom. Almost done. Now, if you notice on that side, there's a 2 gap, and on this side, there's only a 1 gap. That's just how I happen to build it out. I mean, the ceiling only has a 1 gap. I mean, it's not as wide on this side as it is on the other side. Turn around. And behold, we are contained inside a vault. Except for we got to do this corner over here. Got to put this corner back. Let's do it. Rotate it around. Yep, this is this one. And straight up corner. And then atrium. You find yourself switching back and forth between a lot of the kits all the time. All the time. So I need the one that's underneath. This one. Like so, and then I need the corner one. Come on. And there we go. Got that finished out. And there's a kind of a basic vault. Now, I didn't want to get too, I got a little bit too embellished there, trying to show you how to split that stuff and all of that. But this is just going to be a basic vault, just kind of a smaller one for people just to come in and just chill. Now, just in case people try to come in here and raid, I'm going to go ahead and also build a little bit of an area here, which is going to be my kind of defense area, which is going to be my security area. So I'm going to take this door out, that door out. Speed up a little bit again. Put the security door in so it snaps. It's going to let me. Oh, that's needs just to be the door. Just to be the door. That's not the door. It was just the door. Not letting me snap it. Huh. Huh. This is not letting me put that piece down. Yeah, it's not snapping it because the atrium. Atrium doorway. Or maybe you can only do it with it. Take the door out. Take the door out. Yeah, because the atrium is in the way. Alright. Alright. Take it out. Yeah, these other atrium things are in the doorway. And if it doesn't work, we're going to go ahead and use our little thing that helps us fix that Again, if it's not working, pull it out of the way. So it's not working, so we're going to go ahead, go back to the atrium. Go all the way this way. Or actually, no, it's not in there. It's in the domestic. All the way this way. And use our doorway end cap, which helps you fix doorways. There we go. There's our doorway end cap. Then we'll go ahead and put our security door in, like so. No, we got security. We'll do that on that side, and then we'll make this like this way. And then we'll need a doorway over here. Now, the reason why I'm making this security door is if somebody tries to break in, come running in the vault, they'll have to go through the security area, and there'll be people in there to protect them from getting actually into the vault. Which is actually make a really cool security area in this particular thing. Kind of like you see in the other thing. Let me actually move over here so you can see. Kind of like you see in the very beginning of the vault. You want this to kind of be your security area. Now, there's also... let's go back. Yes, security. There's also other things that are like windows here. But I wish they had a corner door window. Right? So it's both door and a window at the same time. So you have like a corner edge. It's a window and a door. So you have a door on one side, a window on the other side. So this part right here, that's the doorway, is also a window right here. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Now, if you guys are still there, if I haven't like brain numb you, go ahead. Typing is so difficult, isn't it? How's the kill box? Kill box. Oh, I'm going to show you how to do a kill box. You're doing it completely wrong. Says I missed the old cayenne. Nope, I'm doing it completely right. I'm just explaining about issues that you're going to run into. How do you raise the pieces up? You can just rotate them. There's also a command key, depending on what you're playing, to actually make them go up and down as well. Let's see. The Last of Us on PS4 is super dope, though. There you go. Super dope. Vault building, one of the most fun things to do. Exactly the gaming company. It is pretty fun and also frustrating at all when you first start off. But again, I would love it if it had a window and a doorway at the same time. That would be super cool. Super cool. Again, let's go here. And let's look at all the rooms. See, straight, window, corner, corner with door, corner with door the other way. So this is like door one way, door the other way. And then this is just like inside there, if you've got to create like an L shape, then it's in there. So we're going to go ahead and make that our security room. And we're going to make them come running through there. Maybe we should make it a little bit longer. Make it a little bit longer. My power armor out of the way.
Maybe now you'll finally be able to keep up.
Kind of feel like that should be bigger. It should be bigger. Let's pull it out here. Let's take these out. Then let's go ahead and put in some more cool windows. Like so. And then on this side. Yeah, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now you also have this kind of thing where you can, fill in the ceiling and the floor at the same time, which is good. What we're going to need there. Now we can also leave it open, by the way. We don't have to put a doorway there if we don't want to. But I do. Let's make it nice and straight. Make it straight. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and put that corner in. Sometimes it's better to be inside. Now we're also going to have to fix the being able to see it on the outside. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. I want one of these. Nope. One of these. So they got to come down the hallway. Now it's kind of a straight door too. Usually you should have them come down and then have to L shape or something like that, so they just can't come straight in your vault. But you got to also think you're going to be coming in and out of here as well. So I think actually I'm just going to straighten that out. And then I'm going to smoke anybody that comes in there because I'm going to build a Kismet kill box right here on the ground. So very rarely do I do a kill box on the ground. where I put basically turrets here, like so. But I would definitely put these in the corner in case while I'm doing this somebody has a crazy idea of coming in here and attacking us, like so. There we go. Put a couple of those turrets down. And I'll get access to all the rest of my resources later. So, boom. That's good. And then we want to fix all of this so you can't see the side of it. And take this and this. That's going to be tough. Right there. We'll work on it. That'll be tough right there. But again, see, I can see the edges. I don't like to see the edges. So while I'm at it, I will, of course, fix all of that too. And you build and you take it apart, and you build it and you take it apart. Pretty much how it goes. And then we'll put the window in. Like so. So it matches up to that window. So you can see. Now, of course, if you want the glass in there, you can go ahead and add the glass at this point first. To both sides. There we go. Back to the atrium. Again, you see me switch back and forth between the various kits all the time. And we're going to see if we can make this work. Come on, I know you go in there. And then this stuff here, of course, this is going to need to be all removed and then redone. So again, we're going to need the atrium doorway. So snap the doorway in there. Then we're going to go ahead and put that like that. And then we're going to need a corner. Again, I was talking about this corner earlier. Black and White, thank you so much for the host. Appreciate it big time. As you can see, we're building some vaults. I'm kind of talking a bit about how to build vaults and the problems you're going to run into. I need a corner over there. There we go. And then I need another corner over here. There we go. And of course one of these. Come on. Right there. And then just some real simple side ones here. There we go. Now this particular part of the ceiling up here, I don't need that anymore because I've got this building here. So we'll go ahead and store those in the workbench. No reason to waste those resources by making that ceiling that you don't need. Now, of course, what you need right here is the inability to see that there's a big giant hole right there. There's a big giant hole right there. So what if I put it like this? Oh, now you're talking, Kismet. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Look what happens here, though. It gets all weird. Gets all weird. Can't do that corner, right? Well, yeah, you can. Just go in. Put in, where's it at? Oh, I don't have a corner that way. This one. There it is. There's that corner. Now you can actually put that corner over the top of other pieces. You don't want to do that. You don't want to waste your building space. Your building space on that. There we go. Nobody would ever know. Now there is this kind of gap right here that's kind of annoying. So if I had the ability to, I would go in and fix that. But you do have ones that are ceiling ones that come down, like this one right here. But then again, I've got this kind of atrium thing going here, so it's kind of hard to fix those corners. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Again, so here you are. You come in the vault. There's no gaps. You can see in there, but you can see outside there, right? Then over here, you can see. Up here, you can't see any of the siding of this. You can't see any of the siding of that. We've got the atriums all blocked off. You can't see out of it. If you go up here, can't see out of the vault. There's a walkway up here. And again, you could build this 1,000 different ways and do 1,000 different things. Here we are at the Overseer's office up here, which I can see down into the whole vault. See what everybody's up to. And there we go. There we go. Now, I've got a whole bunch of conditions to take care of here. Let's do it. Again, when I'm first building a vault, I will put stuff right in the middle of the vault so that I don't have to run it back and forth all the time. All right, been doing that for a while. Let's go ahead and sleep for about 8 hours. Go with it. Hope you get the kit to do what you want to do. Oh, yeah, I just did. Hello, fellow Wasteland people, says Black and White. What's up, man? Extra Machine Kids, if I recall correctly, you should be able to use a solo corner wall piece. I have done it before, yeah. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so we got that going, and now we need to kind of fill out our entry area. Let's go ahead and do some doors. Again, you can do this for endless hours. This is a lot of building. Protect the peeps right there so they can't just come in. Let's go ahead and put a door in here. Again, I usually put the doors in after, if you notice. Doors in after. I kind of get it the way I want it to be. Now, you really don't have to put the doors in at all if you don't want to. You totally don't have to put them in at all if it's not your thing. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording right here, and I'm going to go ahead and do another one in just a second. If you are on YouTube right now, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Be back for more.